Oh, mulligan, mulligan, mulligan. All right, hopefully everybody can hear me. We're live. I got to go up a little bit more. Is that better? Awesome, awesome. Yeah, it sounds terrible. All right, another episode of Booze and Booze coming right at you guys. Super excited. It's been a week. You know the drill. We don't need an introduction. I'm just going to go ahead and bring everybody on in.
Whoop, whoop.
I think I should ignore Steve. He hasn't been responding all day.
Is he in the back room? Oh, Steve, hi.
Hey guys.
There he is.
Look at this motley crew.
Here I am.
I'm
Wait.
sharing this all
I don't know
out.
what's going on.
What's happening?
Steve, talk.
I don't know what's going on my end. I can't hear any of you guys. So
We can hear you, unfortunately.
I know, but I can't hear you. I can read your lips.
That's what I was about to say.
Hey,
Everyone
watch
just
it.
acting.
Kenneth, watching.
Hi, Allison. Hi, Kim. Hi,
I'll
Aaron.
figure this out. Give me a minute.
Well, my peoples are in the room. Did you guys bring anyone to the party or what?
Oh,
I don't know. Nothing's not showing up.
It's
Nothing's.
super laggy.
Yeah, mine's lagging too.
I'm golden, man.
I'm sharing us out right now.
Golden.
Everyone that's watching, please share this feed everywhere. Let's make Facebook hate us because that's all you can watch is us for the next hour or so.
Then we
I
get
would-
put in Facebook jail.
I would hate us.
I've yet to be in Facebook jail, and I don't plan on starting tonight.
I had a little stint in the slammer.
Did you get any ink while you were there?
I didn't.
Then it wasn't worth the trip.
I did buy some ramen from commissary, so
Did you make any turlet wine?
no.
Oh wait, that's better. Now it's not so laggy anymore.
Was that something Michael did on his end?
Probably not.
I was gonna say no.
Oh, all my peoples are there. Hi, Shiona. All right, my folks. Cheers and beers to you guys.
Cheers.
What are you
Well,
all drinking tonight?
little Corona.
Okay, it's a little more testosterone behind that.
The
I
usual.
have a mixed Riesling and Moscato.
Oh, you're making your own wines now, huh? Your own vintage?
Yep.
Tori, you got the coffee?
Mhm.
Qua. How do you spell
do.
that one?
How do you spell what now?
Coffee.
Qua.
Wow. Up Tim's here.
Q-U-O-S-S-E-E.
Emily's here. My whole posse's here.
Tim's in the house. What's up, Tim?
We got our peoples.
Hey. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a fabulous week.
Thank you, Allison. Welcome to the party. Oh, dude. I got the best peoples. I do.
The best peoples.
Yep.
We
Yep.
have so much fun.
So while Mike figures that out, why don't we chit chat about some stuff so we don't look like buffoons? We're only going to say nice things about Mike because he can hear us.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he couldn't talk.
Yeah. Hey, he can talk. He can't hear us.
Oh, he can't hear us. That's
He
right.
can't hear us. We can hear him, but he can't hear us.
That Mike, I'll tell you.
Well,
It
we
feels
can
like it's been way too long since we've all chatted together.
I know, right? Well, it's been what? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Those
2
weeks.
Yeah. And it was 2 weeks ago. It was almost 2 weeks ago we were in Salem, too.
Yeah, it really was, dude. That goes by quick.
Yeah, week and a half.
Hi, Amber. Hi, Steven. I need my glasses. I'm getting wiser. I don't age. I just get wiser. So
That makes sense.
a couple of these ladies in this chat room will understand what I'm talking about. Whew. See how much smarter I get with these?
Smarter.
Wiser or blinder?
Thanks
Mom.
for
I
the
had,
share, Allison.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, everybody. Just share this everywhere, so we can get zucked.
Old man. Jillian says old man.
Who said that?
Jillian.
Jillian.
Why don't I see that goddamn comment? GD comment. Sorry, I already blew it, Kenna.
Okay, so here we go. I've challenged Matt to stop saying the GD word. So this
He made it 6 minutes. He made it 6 minutes.
That's
This
not
is
fair to
my
say that
second
in the joke.
challenge.
I'm wise.
my second challenge is for every time that Matt says GD on a podcast.
I didn't know anything about this. This is all news. So what's up?
She
You
goes
didn't know
under
anything about the peanut butter challenge either, and what? Technically, That was my idea. So I raised $1,327.
Which
Yeah.
two? No, you didn't. That was all me and these savage animals in this chat room right now that wanted to see me humiliated live.
So no, this was a teamwork effort. I came up with the plan and you executed it beautifully. So that was teamwork makes the dream work. This next one I'm gonna do
The cussing jar.
Thank you, Candace.
A cussing jar. I'll have to think about this one.
That's what you do. He has to put $1 in it every time, and it'll help pay for everybody's trip to the Savannah Paracon.
Yeah. There we go. That y'all.
See, thank you, Aaron. Somebody in that room's got my back. And Jill, my glasses work just fine.
We'll just go ahead and consider our trip paid for.
You GD bastards. Is that okay? Can I say GD?
Yeah, there we go. That's a good compromise.
Good.
Good.
Good for you. Hi, Mike.
All right, so what we got to talk about? We're waiting for Mike to see if he can hear us.
I think Mike's giving up. I don't know what he's doing in there. He looks
He's
like
sitting there. He's pouting. He's pouting.
Mike, do you need help? You
Of
need
course
someone?
he is.
Blink.
Mike, comment on the post.
No, blink twice if you need help. SOS. That's 3 blinks. Never mind. Blink 3 times.
I don't know why, but I'm not hearing any of you, no matter what I do.
We can hear you. Are your headphones plugged in?
He's not going to hear you say that, Steve. We need whiteboards to talk to Mike.
Right.
Here,
Whiteboards. Hey, Caitlin. My whole crew's up in here, so this
Break out a Ouija board and spell it out for him on it.
I wonder who has one.
I got yours sitting next to me.
That's a tease.
Just saying. You want
Got
to
your
see
beer,
it?
got your beer sitting right on it with no coaster.
Yeah. You want to see it?
Allison has your back, Matt. There you
My
go.
new board.
Don't what?
What? I said show everybody my new board. Don't get any ideas, Aaron. You're not using this one. Whoa.
Nice.
Look how
See,
clean. That's a clean box right there.
I love a clean box.
Oh no!
What? That's legitimate.
I walked right into that.
Oh, you did.
All right.
Ken is so mad right now.
It's got clean wood too.
I wasn't listening. I had a song stuck in my head, and I was sitting here trying to figure out what song I was singing.
Oh, look at the shine off that bad boy.
Look at
Shiny.
that, huh?
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Yeah, there you go. Look
Oh,
at
I can't wait to practice Zozo on that bad boy.
it. That's Matt's newest board.
Yep.
Amber, what cup are you talking about? Are you talking about that one?
All right, there we go.
You can hear us?
Mike?
Now I can hear you, fucks.
Nice.
You should have heard all the stuff you were saying about
With the F-bombs, Mike, it's been 9.5 minutes.
Oh, could you guys hear me going shit?
No, we didn't, but now we know you did.
I really was. I was like, God, ugh. I was getting so irritated. Man, shit's
It's
stupid.
okay. Well, now here we are. And what did we want to chat about? The money raised and all that stuff, and then roll from there, or what?
What
Yeah, let's start with that. So, what had happened was,
What had happened was.
let's hear it, Matt.
Well, what had happened was the fact that by me being a complete jackass on Facebook Live, I raised $1,327 due to the gratefulness and the deep pockets of some of these people in here and some others for the homestead in Saratoga, New York. PayPal did bend me over and take some fees. I haven't done the total math up, but I think they probably took about $100 out of that. But it is all good. It was it's for a good cause. I now have to get covered with peanut butter fluff and Nutella live on Facebook, which will come at. I'm trying to plan it out so I can do it in a hotel and not destroy my own house. So I will sit in a bathtub a la Ace Ventura crying while someone covers me in this stuff. And also, because of a generous donation, I get to get a tattoo with a bunch of names in it. And I'm going to get the names shaped in a heart, and I'm going to get a tattoo on my ass. And I think I'm going to get it in red ink because it'll just really sell the whole thing. So that will be August 29th. I'll go Facebook Live when I get that done. So those of you that have been dying to see my left ass cheek, you'll get to see that.
That's what I would say. There, that's a pitch right there for tuning in.
Right? You know, it's
Wait.
what?
So what?
Did you miss all that?
Didn't you say you were waxing your chest to raise more money? $50 holla.
Well, first and
That's
foremost, that was going to be my next challenge down the road. So you don't be dropping that stuff. Like we don't want to
Okay,
get
so
Oh, and then she called you a name.
I'm donating to that challenge as well. Hey, I donated. I came up with the idea and I donated, so that was my contribution.
Matt said I couldn't donate the 150 to get my name tattooed on him because it would be me taking homestead money and putting it right back into the homestead, so it wouldn't count.
Well, I was going to shave my eyebrows and get Steve Brock tattooed on my face.
There you go.
That was going to be $250, and you didn't have the money that day. So
Could have done it. I was too busy buying your Ouija boards. I just bought one last night, completely off topic, or a couple nights ago. That's why I'm selling a few. Let's put it that way. I had to spend a couple bucks on this one, so it's a good one though.
I believe it.
What makes an Ouija board special to you? Being a collector, having so many already, what is a special Ouija board?
The rarity of it now at this point. There's some that I just really like the looks of and like how they're laid out, but now I just want some rare ones. I've been lucky enough to have a few rare ones before that I've actually passed off to other investigators. One's actually in the museum in Salem now, but I want this rare one for myself, so I'm keeping this one. So I gotta sell a couple more to fund the purchase of this one.
And I feel like you have enough that you could sell a couple and be okay.
Yeah, that was the hard thing though. Is like I got to pick which ones I want to sell. So I have 3 listed right now. One I think is spoken for, but there's a couple other ones out there.
I'll give you $75 for the pink one.
That's the one that's already spoken for.
Good. We'll let that idiot overpay.
Is Jason buying that one?
No.
Damn it! I want that in the mirror. That's so bad.
Who's commenting as booze and booze? Is that you, Mike?
No, that's me.
And also, Tori, you're doing. Are you still doing the GoFundMe?
Yes, I am. Nobody's donated, but me and
You got to promote that, Jill.
Matt took
Yeah, I
everybody's
do.
money. Matt took everybody's money.
Yeah, Matt took your shine off that one.
I did. And
It's
to answer your question, Jill, the chest waxing is not a $50 holla. That's going to be something totally different. And since you freaks are bringing it up and kind of let that cat out of the bag, that's going to be down the road from when we just. What our plan is we're going to keep fundraising for different locations.
Wax on, wax off. It's simple.
Which sucks because now I feel like I have to cut that part out of my challenge because that's totally part of what I was going to do for mine.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Matt only. Like the more the merrier.
We
Y'all
all
can
get
get
our
it.
chests waxed at the same time.
Tori and I will promote the heck out of y'all while y'all do the chest waxing.
absolutely.
Well, my teammate Courtney is a salon. She works at a salon, so she has already begged me to be the one to wax my chest. I think she wants to watch me cry because she's rude like that.
Steve is deeply pondering this decision.
I
regret my life choices.
I'm totally fine with that, and I don't care. And I think what we'll do is we're going to have to get a certain rate. We're going to do the same thing, like X amount of dollars in 24 hours, and then I'm going to go live, so you can watch me cry and bleed and all that other crap, and we'll do incentives. So hey, maybe you drop $150. We'll wax something that shouldn't be waxed. I don't care.
That could get thick, man.
That could get really, really good money too, and I can walk out of there aerodynamic as all hell.
You better specify body parts.
I'm open. I'm an open book.
Goose says who I got to kiss to get on the show.
What's that?
Gooseby says who I got to kiss to get on the show.
You got to open mouth kiss Steve. Why am I not seeing comments when they happen? I'm like a minute behind over here.
Yeah, same here.
Andrea says, am I running out of room yet? Yes, very much so.
I got it going on my phone too, so I can kind of see. We got 30 people watching us right now. 33.
Really?
You 33 people are the best.
The best.
So since we're talking about these challenges and these contests for raising money, I'm not going to say what mine is yet. I think we're doing. We haven't set an exact date and time on when we're going to release these challenges, but I'm doing the next one. I kind of backed myself in a corner on this one because it was my idea on what I'm going to do. I'm not saying what I'm going to do, but I am going to let everybody know this challenge is going to be for Wildwood Sanitarium.
Nice.
Nice.
They need a new roof, and we're going to try and help donate some money to their roof. It's not going to be anytime soon. I want to say maybe next month we'll announce it. I got to get my mind wrapped around it. It is like Matt did. It's a two-parter. If we raise a certain amount, I'll do part of the challenge. If we raise more, it's gonna be very, very interesting.
Well, I heard that some of us might be linking up again next month too.
Yeah, I think we are.
So,
Yeah, I'm super
that'll be
stoked
cool.
for that. Super
Good thing I
stoked.
heard about it. Tori, did you hear about it?
So
That's
what?
because you guys never show up in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I know about it.
No, they said they're meeting up.
Allison, that's already taken care of.
Of course, my mom wants to see me wax my chest. Little
And-
does she
and-
know I already shave it.
And yes, Jill, this is not my OnlyFans page. I get that. I'll put the link up for all you thirsty ladies later.
Listen, if I had $1 for every time somebody said Matt needs an OnlyFans, I wouldn't even need to
Dude, no.
Matt wouldn't need an OnlyFans.
What am I waiting for? Honestly,
For real. You got income just waiting for you.
I know. I gotta just capitalize on that shit. I'm done. I'm done
There's
with
like
it.
people,
I
there's
had
people,
a peanut butter bath for 40. Like
people
40
just walking
bucks.
up to him in Salem. People just walk up to him in Salem saying, "Hey, you got an OnlyFans yet?"
Seriously,
Yeah,
they were just dripping off of me.
There's your OnlyFans for the wax idea.
Kenneth, yeah, you know what, dude? I should have gotten paid to get tased the other day, but that's the things I do to make people laugh.
So
I think
how
you
was that?
really enjoy doing dumb crap to yourself.
I enjoy entertaining people way too much.
Tim says, and the month after that, we'll all be linking up. He's not wrong.
Not
Hey,
at all.
Chelsea, yeah, he's right. Tim, you are correct.
I'm actually
Sasha,
excited for
welcome to
next
the
month.
room.
I'm excited for what we're doing next month. It's gonna be a challenge for all of us. Definitely, I'm still in the planning stages, but I know everybody going is gonna definitely.
Kind of like,
play.
what are you talking about?
What in the heck are y'all talking about?
Are you traveling to Vermont?
That's not next month.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
In September?
We're doing
Yeah,
we're doing a whole
twice.
bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we're
I
doing. We're
thought,
going
why am
we're
wait. I
to
thought
Vermont
it
in
was in
September
October.
and October.
Bro, I was just at Wilson Castle on Sunday.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Hold
the
up.
invite.
Hold up. Wait a
That was
minute.
that was for still photography, and my photographer Jason Baker and I. For all of you that have been swooning over my new profile picture, that's my homie Jason. He's my official photographer, and he's also one of my very good friends. Yeah, I mean, see, this is it. I'm gonna do OnlyFans after this. Have a few more drinks, and I'll.
I just see Matt hopping around in a banana hammock eating peanut butter.
Well, no, what I'll do is I'll just get buck naked and just ride on this thing.
There you go.
That's my new haunted object. It doesn't hold my
You sit on that. You sit on that and use your new Ouija board.
It'll be like that scene with what's that movie with what the hell's that movie where she's sitting on the hoppity horse in the store? Jennifer Connelly, she's all hot riding on that. It's an 80s movie. Most of you probably didn't see it.
I wasn't alive in the 80s.
That's
Anyways,
crazy.
Me and
We're
Matt are
talking
just
about,
like, well,
We'll fill Kenna in.
yeah, I have no clue what you're
We'll fill
talking
Kenna in.
about.
So in September, myself, Matt, Steve, I know Marcus and Rini are going, and I also invited about 5 members of UNI Research. They're from New York. We are going to be filming. It's kind of like a documentary, but we are diving deep into the history and hauntings of Wilson Castle.
Oh, fun.
There's no history on this location. Absolutely none. The things that you see online, I've been told, are inaccurate and they are not all true. So we're spending a weekend there to dig down and write the complete history of this location so we can get more teams out there and bring in more money and pretty much help save the location.
Place is worth it. Needs it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
what. And where is it located?
Proctor, Vermont.
Vermont. I've never been to. I've been to a lot of states. Vermont, not one of them.
You're coming to Vermont, and you got to let me know if you're coming to Vermont because I got to add you to the flyer. The flyer is this flyer I could probably sell for like $200. The amount of people that are coming out for this is ridiculous.
Do you need it
Rock
signed,
over.
or do you got somebody doing it?
One of my friends that's coming up to do it offered to do it up for us.
Awesome. So the cool thing about the October event is I am begging my wife to go. So she might be there because I am getting shit-faced wasted after the event because it's my birthday. Why not?
It's your birthday?
hey,
The 24th is my birthday, Matt's event.
Nice. Savannah Pearson is
Well,
going to be.
we didn't tell Tim, but he's jumping out of your cake.
Yeah. Tim jumping out of your cake. Happy birthday.
I'll tell you what, that's fine. As long as you got some slick fin down there waiting for me, I'm done.
I can do that. I can make that happen.
Some of them fucking Chipotle burrito beer bottles. Beer
Hey, I had
cans.
a Chipotle today, actually.
Damn, those beer cans are as big as a Chipotle burrito.
They are. Those big 32-ounce cans.
Yeah, they need to calm down with those. It's a bit much.
No, they don't. They need to keep them the way they are. The more beer, the better.
What I
Yeah,
did.
Wilson's going to be cool. I'm excited for next month. I'm excited for October. I was bummed I couldn't meet you out there on Sunday. I had a little bit of running around to do.
They were busy, dude. They've been running tours all day.
Good.
There was people there all day, and I heard people like there was this little kid. And he's like, "Are you a ghost hunter?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, that's all I had to ask." I said, "Ghosts are real, buddy." Just walked away.
It's a cool spot. It's a cool spot.
Do you
Jason-
remember? Do you remember that little boy that showed up while we were filming?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yes.
Me?
they were so fascinated by it.
He was so excited, and he
Little
looked at.
Steve.
We were talking about something, and he looked at the tattoo on my leg and goes, "Is that Eminem?" I'm like, "No, that's Chester from Lincoln Park, bro. Get out of here. I'm offended." And this kid's like 6 or 7.
What's that Eminem? Is that a poop emoji koozie? It sure looks like it.
Sure is. My daughter gave me this for Christmas.
Ooh, so wait, Kenneth said the movie you were talking about was Requiem for a Dream. Is that the movie you're talking about? Because that is a crazy, freaking weird.
Who's talking about
That's
that?
a,
What about
that's a
what?
classic.
The
When
movie
you were
we're
talking
saying.
about Jennifer riding the horse at the end.
No, this was long before. I'll look it up. No, this was long before that.
Oh, I was about to say that is a twisted movie.
Listen,
When
I
I did
don't,
my
I don't even know
research-
what that movie. Again, anything like 80s, early 90s, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll just
Breakfast Club.
stop it.
Never seen
I'm-
Breakfast Club?
I'm just a baby.
See?
She's in Requiem for a Dream, so that was not a far off. But this is what the hell is the name of it?
Jennifer rides a horse.
Sounds like a dirty porn.
Yeah. I was
Sounds like
like,
my kind of movie.
As opposed to a clean one.
Debbie Does Dallas.
There's a lot career opportunities. That's what it's called. It's from '91.
That also
yeah,
sounds like
nobody's heard of that. Has anybody heard of that movie? You old folk.
You
Wait,
guys,
I think somebody commented that. Yeah, somebody had commented that.
all right. There's got to
Tasha
be a GIF of this thing. Hold on. I'm just
Tasha commented career opportunities like 5 minutes ago, and we didn't see it.
shut up.
Yes, Mom, you're still
Oh.
making me lasagna.
Oh yeah, somebody did say that. Sorry, career opportunities does not sound like the name of a movie. So when I saw that comment, I didn't know what that meant.
You're not gonna see that.
Oh yeah, we can see it.
That's gonna be me later on OnlyFans. $3 a month.
When were those riding machines inside the Walmart or Target?
Oh, this is from '91. So who the hell knows?
Oh, that's right. People were rebels.
Hey, listen, 91, I still wasn't alive.
That's nuts. Are you like a decade younger than me?
I was born in 93.
So you're like,
Dang.
what, 25, 26?
What a baby.
27.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, my wife's 25.
Oh, Heather, welcome to the room. Whoever else I haven't said hello to, hi. Got the whole
Oh, I
crew.
wanted to say,
Oh,
Matt,
Sarah's in
the
there too. Hi,
shot that
Sarah.
when you went live at Wilson Castle, was that the front of the building with that big stained glass?
That's the backside. So that was the outside view. When you are in the inside, you walk up the grand staircase. That's the windows right there.
Is that like a sitting type area? Like
There's
it
a
comes
piano
out?
in there.
There's an organ in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that's,
kind you
Outside,
play,
that's-
not the
that's-
kind you carry around with your person.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's not the back side. That's the side of the house, or the side of the castle.
But it depends on how you look at it
It's
too.
backside from the road down the hill, but it's the side if you're standing at the front door.
So
I picture the veranda as the front of the house because it overlooks everything, and then you go in the side.
Well, that
Is
could-
it really big?
What's that now?
Is it really big?
30,000 square feet.
I didn't want to talk about that in person, but yeah, it's pretty big.
Get his OnlyFans.
She can't do anything but shake her head at you.
Yeah. I am not even going
And it's been
to.
directly dealing with my BS for months now, so
He's like the little brother that you're just like, dude, did he talk about his wiener?
I had somebody else tell me the other day that I need to start protecting myself or do Reiki stuff. So you gotta start saving me. Apparently,
Ken's got work to do with you, guy.
apparently,
It's
she's gonna
like-
spend the whole Savannah Paracon making sure I'm not possessed.
Are
Oh, you coming down to that?
MadCon?
Of course, I'm coming down to that.
You coming to MadCon,
Don't
Matt?
sit him near me.
Are you coming to MadCon, Matt?
Of course. Oh, and Matt is Matt coming to MadCon?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to make MadCon.
You better come to MadCon, dude. We're trying to get you down here, get you drunk, have a good time. Go to
Where
Oh,
Madison
is that?
you think I
Seminary.
don't want to go?
Madison Seminary.
I want to go real bad. I got a lot of stuff coming up in September.
You said you might be going out on the 14th.
So not this weekend, the following weekend, I'm actually going up to Detroit. I'm flying into Detroit for 2 nights, and then I'm driving down to Indiana to go do the Monroe House. So I'll get like basically post week for 4 days and go.
You're going up there with Scar, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing Monroe House with Scar. I'm doing the 6th Precinct Jail with Heather's group, Chicks and Spirits. I think she's probably not here. She probably cleared her notification and moved on. And then Friday, I'm going to kind of freestyle. I think I'm going to meet up with Todd Bonner from DPX and go do some stuff in the city. I don't know. Just going to see what the hell's going on.
Wait, you're going to Detroit?
What's that now?
In Detroit.
You're going to Detroit?
Flying into the D. Bringing it into the D. What's that?
When did you say? When are you going?
A week from this coming Friday. So August 14th.
You're just a busy little bee, huh?
I can't sit still.
That's the Aries fire sign.
Hi, Roxanne. I'm going to have to basically come home and quarantine until I get a negative COVID test because my governor's a douche.
Same with us in New York. That's why, like, I have an event in Madison that weekend, the 15th, and I have one at Fairfield the following week. And it's like, if I'm there for more than 24 hours, I have to either quarantine for 2 weeks or.
All you gotta do is get the test, though.
Yeah.
So how do people know if you're quarantining? Which, I mean, yes, quarantine. I'm not saying.
No one's gonna check.
If you drive, it's like impossible for them to track it. But if you fly, at least in New York, when you get off the plane now, they have tables set up. And if you skip the paperwork, they can fine you $2,000 and put you in jail for 2 weeks to make you quarantine. And then when you get off, you fill out the paperwork and they have to, you have to put where you're quarantining for 2 weeks. And they pull into the driveway and call you, and you have to come into the window and wave to show that you're in the house. They do it every day.
They say
Shut
that.
the front door.
Swear to God. I know somebody that they literally will call the house, make you come to the window and wave to them so they know you're in the house.
What a waste of
Brother is
freaking
watching.
And
resources.
they can show up at any time. So it's not like we come at 11 every day. It's anytime they'll just show up, so you have to be there.
I'm gonna just do the Home Alone thing, like the cardboard cutouts.
Cardboard cutout.
Yeah, as soon as you're prepared, you hit the button, and it's like, and they're like going past the window. Like,
Yep. See, they can't really track it with like driving though. So that's where it's. I mean, but I'm gonna be smart about it. I actually took the week off from work right after it too. So like I'm gonna quarantine. I don't want to be that guy. I mean, you know.
So
I kind of feel like a jackass doing my shit next weekend, but I was like, I'm not letting this ruin my time.
That's where it's like so hard. I've already had to reschedule. I've had to reschedule the Madison event twice already, and like these people
there's
paid
a lot
for
of
their
things
tickets.
to remember.
They paid for their tickets back in like December. So I just had these people's money and we haven't had the event yet. So I felt bad that I kept rescheduling it. And like 90% of the people that bought tickets for the event are from Ohio anyways. So they're fine to go. So I just couldn't reschedule it again anyways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Holly, she was talking about, I saw in the comments, she said they put a COVID tracker on everybody's phone. I actually
Turn
found
that
out
off.
about that.
On Apple, they might have, but not Android. You have to download it.
You can turn
Yeah.
it off on iPhone.
I think it's that app, though, that she's talking about. I think that's just, like, you have to actively participate in that. Well,
No, there's so
I-
on your iPhones, there's something now that goes in and says, like, there's a thing that you can turn on and off, and some people are finding that theirs are turned on where it says you have been near someone that has actively contracted COVID. Like, it's reading your phones being close to other phones. It's very invasive.
It is. It's crazy. And it's
Yeah,
like,
turn it off on your I haven't even.
That's a bummer, Sarah. I'm praying that my main conventions aren't canceled because everything else has been.
it is. It's super hard because, like I said, I had to reschedule Madison twice, and like, so this one in a couple
Yeah,
weeks sold out, which is great. But a lot of people are from Ohio, and then the one in November sold out because people are hopeful that November will be able to travel a little bit more. But like, I have an event at Fairfield in Ohio the week after Madison in August, and I've only sold a handful of tickets to that because I think people, they can't quarantine for 2 weeks because they won't get paid. So it's hard, but like, I don't want to cancel all my events either. That's what sucks.
That's why I'm waiting on the castle for the 24th. I don't want to release them yet because I will refund people because I'm not going to keep
Right.
money. But I don't want to go through that bull,
Right. It's hard. I've been refunding people. Some people are like, oh, just give me a credit and I'll use it on an event in the future, which has been great. But it's so much to like juggle around, make sure people got their money back and make sure like everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's a lot, but
Can I make a special announcement for the 24th?
Sure.
You said you
So-
wanted to.
How many people are watching right now?
35.
36.
35. We need 36 for the 36 Chambers of Woo on Woo Wednesday. Somebody get someone in here right now.
There's 36 right now.
Oh, I have 35.
Steve's
I think
probably
there's a
lying.
lag.
He knows I
You
can't
ruined
see
it,
it.
Tori.
Oh, now
Um,
there's 34. according to my
I'm
phone.
leaving the room.
Okay, bye.
We're
So
down to 31. They hate us.
I didn't really need to know the numbers, you guys. God damn it.
You said it.
Oh,
Put
shoot.
money
I said,
where my
gee,
persons are now.
what am I supposed to do now? Get smacked in the
I
butt or
don't know.
something?
I'm gonna figure it out. But pay up.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Just mark it. I'll send you a check. I'll pay for your trip to wherever the hell we go next. Anywho, what? Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just talking COVID conspiracies. You see, Sarah said that Facebook has a tracker. Dun dun
Oh,
dun.
Did
Facebook.
they really? Wow.
Anywho, October 24th, the event at Wilson
Oh, my
Castle.
bad.
Kenna, you're gonna need to mute yourself, G damn it.
I'm saying I'm sorry. I forgot you're making an announcement. I got excited about conspiracy theory and Sarah Sutherland. Go ahead.
We all love Sarah. This is not the place for the tinfoil hat conversations. You and Mike and everyone else can go have those on your private pages.
Shut up, man.
Matt is the first
Hey.
one putting the tinfoil hat on. Don't even let him say
That's
that.
a load of crap. I only wear flex fits backwards. I don't wear the tinfoil hat.
On the 24th, folks, Matt has
What's
an
happening?
announcement.
What's happening?
Da-da-da.
So on the 24th, as you guys that have been following along know, we have quite the list of who's who coming out for this event at Wilson Castle. I added 2 more pretty stupendous guests today. One of them's all right. Neither of them are watching, so I can say this. But I was in contact with them over the weekend, and I confirmed today that James Ito and Carl Johnson, a.k.a. Duo Daemonology, are going to be coming to our event as well to help lead some tours
Nice.
and have some damn fun with us.
Very
And
cool.
we're just
Nice.
adding people left and right. They all want to come up and help out, and it's getting better by the day. So this is an event you're not going to want to miss, and it is going to sell out immediately when the tickets go on sale. I guarantee it.
He's not
How
wrong.
How many tickets do you feel like you're going to sell?
I'm going
And
to put up.
also, huh?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, make sure that you keep noise contamination in your thought process as you do tickets if it's breaking up into teams. But how many tickets is the plan?
This ain't my first rodeo, homegirl.
Also,
Well,
you got to remind
You sound
people
like
there's
you have
only-
you sound like the list has gotten pretty
Well, the thing is with the list, all these para peoples, all my peoples, they're going to be leading the groups. So it's not going to be 75 people in the music room. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do 30 tickets. We're going to do 20 general admission tickets, which will be good from 7 p.m. to midnight. And then we're going to have 10 VIP overnight tickets that will cover you until the morning. The VIP people are going to get to investigate hands-on with these professionals. I'm not one. Don't call me a professional, but it's going to be a very intimate experience, and you'll get the whole overnight thing, and you can run amok. You get to stay in the castle, have a good time. I will not cook you breakfast, but it's going to be more
We
all
can go to Sweet
encompassing.
Caroline's.
Listen,
We will
when
definitely
you
get at that point.
when you go to bed at Wilson Castle, it like jumps to a whole nother level.
You don't go to bed.
Right. It just as soon as that happens, like it takes off. It's wild.
yeah. You just don't do that.
Or a spirit will wake you up while you're sleeping.
It's happened. It's happened to me. I know it's happened to you.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's,
Literally dead in the middle edge scared the fuck out of me.
Yep.
and
Yeah.
yes, Carl Johnson's good people. For those of you responding, Carl
The
and
only thing,
Carl and I are homeboys, so it's going to
Matt,
be quite
the
fun.
only thing you do want to keep in mind, I know when I was booking this, the Paranormal Relief Project, and I confirmed Wilson Castle, the only thing she did ask is when you book these events is make sure you remind everybody there's only one bathroom. So if you got like 50
come with the
people
bubble
in
gut.
there, there's one bathroom, and those pipes are very, very, very old.
Very old.
Yeah, go in the
Very
woods.
old.
And
So
once it gets like you're lucky October 24th because like once it gets cold like November, they turn off the pipes. They turn off the water for the year, and there's no bathroom there at that point.
Yeah.
So like you're right at the end of the thing, which is good. But I mean, if anybody was really concerned about it, there's the gas stations are what 5-6 minutes down the
Dude,
road.
I'd get a porta potty if it was that big of a
Right.
thing.
It's doable. It's not a thing. We've had events there for 6 years. It's not a
She's
thing.
got
Sarah, if
10
you make your way
acres.
out, I'll make
She's
you
not
breakfast.
gonna find a pile of poop somewhere.
It's from Sasquatch.
Hey, we can go down to the other barn there, Matt.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there. Yep.
Yeah, maybe there'll be something going on in there.
Do
I know, right?
We'll keep ourselves occupied.
Do a little shopping. Stacy
There's
says
nothing, what are you talking about, Matt? There's nothing
growing.
growing on over there.
Nothing growing on at all.
Nothing growing over there. Growing on.
The glass. So she slept in the art gallery where that big statue is
Oh yeah,
for my event.
that's where I had all my experiences, man.
They had a creepy night in there. It was her and her son. They've been doing a lot of events with us over the last few years, and I know they had a lot of weird things happening when they were sleeping in there. So
We'll get to see all my experiences when Good Will Haunting comes out on Amazon Prime this fall with Dead Republic and myself.
It's definitely going to be worth it. Definitely worth
hey,
it.
listen, I'm in there for like a minute.
Well, that's because you came late.
I did.
This is the story of your life.
You're not wrong.
I'm friends with your wife on Facebook now. I can confirm if I need to.
Hey, better late than early.
Oh man, Tim can't jump out of my cake. He's diabetic.
No, Tim just won't eat any cake on the way out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's not going to eat the cake. He's just jumping out of it.
Aaron, we're going to get you into the USA. Don't worry about it. I got that tweet out to Trump. I'm working on it.
You probably don't want to come here right now.
Sarah, I have a friend
No,
that
you don't.
travels with a sheepy. Do y'all know what a sheepy is? Like, so women can stand up to pee.
Yeah,
It has
weird.
the little,
Oh, yeah, it's that little funnel.
That little cup thing.
yeah, the little funnel. Yeah.
That's what you need at the homestead because there's no bathrooms at the homestead at all. So women definitely need that there.
Yeah, I talk about this all the time. It's not fair that not only do men not carry the babies, not have the stretch marks, not have the periods, not have to shave their legs, not have to wear makeup and fix their hair, but by God, y'all also get to stand up to pee. Like
So,
that is the least y'all could have given us. Women that have to bear all the brunt of the world. You're welcome. You're welcome from every
I second
woman.
that.
Tim,
Listen,
you're
Matt,
going to get to meet
I-
more than that. There's more people than that coming, Tim. We got Hunting the Haunted coming up. We got Teen K Paranormal coming up. We got Russ Stiver coming up. We got about 14 or 15 super duper awesome investigators coming up to lead the charge.
I feel like a lot of women paranormal investigators at this point should have one of those in their equipment kit because a lot of places don't have bathrooms.
Nope.
Women adjust to pop and squats.
Yeah.
Pop,
Yes.
squat, and
I
drop
mean,
it. Like it's
You, I still think you should have one because you could be a big pussy like me and still not use the bathroom in a haunted location.
I always
I go
wonder
back
when you are using the bathroom in haunted locations if there's spirits like watching you or judging you or listening to you.
That is
I
some
also
creepy
I
spirit.
wonder-
We
Huh?
were when we did Madison. I was at Madison Seminary. With
Dude,
Southern
those
Encounters.
bathrooms are active.
Grandpa.
Dude, for real.
Yeah, it is. We were actually going with each other to the bath. Like dudes were going to the bathroom with each other. Girls were going to the bathroom with it. Was just, dude, those bathrooms. Like
Those bathrooms are
The
active.
buddy
enough.
system.
I don't like
Yeah,
going to the
they are.
bathroom at Madison.
Like we've had when we were there for our Madhouse event, Keith was down. He ran down from the third floor to go to the bathroom, and the group was up on the asylum. He went down to go to the bathroom, and he was in the bathroom going pee, and he heard Alex outside in the hallway. So he got done, and he went and he like opened the door, and he's standing there, and he's looking out, and there's nobody out there, and he's like, Alex, and as he's doing that, the door like jerked on his hand and like pulled back towards the bathroom. He said, he's like, I zipped my pants and ran upstairs so fast.
Well, you remember, you know, the
Cheryl,
Madison.
to
You
answer your
remember-
question, Cheryl, have him send me the doll. I'll take it. I got a shelf of them behind me.
You remember the bathrooms at Madison? They got the shower curtains.
Mm-hmm.
That happened to me once. The first time I went to Madison, I remember doing my business, and then the shower curtain next to me, you just hear slam shut.
Yep.
I don't even think I finished. I just pulled my pants up and I went and peed behind the fucking garage back there.
Listen, Madison, it's funny. Like you literally can't even go to the bathroom at Madison in peace. Like it's so crazy there. Like it's so off the charts active at that place. You literally cannot be like, I'm gonna go take a break and take a pee because like stuff happens like that every time. It's like it's wild there. That's why like, if you
Crazy.
haven't been there, you have to get there.
The other place
Am
I
I?
wouldn't go to the bathroom was Monroe House. No,
Roxanne, send me a message about that. Remind me about that. We'll set something up.
Are you talking about the question she asked? She asked, when is the homestead thing?
No, she's asking about coming up to Wilson.
Oh, okay. Well, she also asked, when is the homestead thing? I'm not
Homestead.
sure.
We don't have a homestead date yet. I don't know if she's thinking homestead versus Wilson. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Homestead,
I'll
we're working
take care of you inside chat.
Right now, Homestead is just for daytime stuff. We did photography tours last weekend on Saturday. It's too bad you didn't come out to Wilson the day before. You could have swung by the Homestead while I was up there.
You're so full of garbage, Steve.
Listen, you just tell
Always
me.
these woulda, shoulda, couldas with you. I've been having
So,
to come out there for 8 months, bro.
I'm gonna jet downstairs real quick. I gotta do something.
Pete?
Yes. So you guys talk about it, and then I think when I get back, I think Matt and I want to dive into our scrying mirror event
Yes.
that we have yet to talk about.
I was wondering what we were going to dive into, but okay, that works too.
thank God it's just that.
Yeah, right. It could have been much worse.
My wife would
That's
get
for,
mad at me if I
next
told
month.
you what I was diving into later, but that's never mind. Bye.
Well, that's between you guys.
The
Exactly.
Homestead daytime stuff right now, photography tours. We're actually doing a music video there this weekend. Somebody booked it for a music video, which is kind of cool.
That's cool.
We have somebody who else just reached out. They want to rent the entire thing out for a photography tour for just them and one friend. So they're doing that. So right now we're focusing on all the daytime stuff, but we got a few more things to work on before we can get people in there at night. Just as far as like safety wise, there's literally no power. So like there's no exit signs. There's no ambient light. It's so dark in there.
Do you have any no trespassing signs, Steve?
No, we're fresh out. I think somebody tore them all down, actually. We're working on it. We're getting no trespassing signs.
I was trying to get a rise out of Kenna. She's just like, ugh.
She just raises her eyebrows at you like I'm going to yell at you later for that.
I try to hold it in, but I can't. I try not to acknowledge it, but it's not possible.
It'll be cool. The homestead will be cool. Matt will have to come out to the homestead when we get that event set up for him that he got with his fundraising there. The winner of that gets to come out and investigate the homestead with
Is that
Matt.
going to be when I'm having a plaque dedication as well?
What's that? Yes, your plaque dedication.
Okay.
We'll make sure it's there. And when that's all set, I'll be up there that night with Matt as well. I'll sit in the car if you don't want to hang out with me. It's fine, but I have to be up there. But we're working on it. We're fixing some things, getting some more quotes for like fence repairs and a gate for the parking lot. Right now we have the gate or the parking lot blocked off with trees that we cut down, just so people can't pull their cars in. It's easier and keeps people out. We have a lot less people trespassing now, which is really cool. I mean, the numbers are way down. When we were first working up there in March and April, we were knocking 10 to 12 kids, like cars out a day. We were kicking that many people out a day. And all of them had selfie sticks for some reason. I don't know. But so we
It's a sign of the times.
we're down to like one car a day now on average. A lot of people don't bother. So that's good. We're working on it. We're getting close. We'll get people in there soon because it's active. It's active and it'll be well known in the paranormal community very soon.
Yeah, I'm excited. Is that kind of what you're going to do with the money that Matt raised? Is
Yeah,
like
that's
work on the
what's going
gates and
towards.
stuff?
That's going to be used for looking at like gates for the parking lot and then a couple fence repairs where we have like some of the holes where people have cut the fence.
They
Shiona,
cut the
keep that
fence?
filth in the other room.
Whoa, what a minute. What is that? Lord love a what? A duck. Okay.
Yeah, that's not what she meant.
Okay. Good save.
Cheryl, to answer your question, if you remove the doll, it should the spirit that's attached to it should go with it. And like I said, send it to me. I'll take it. I got crap everywhere. I love
If
it.
the doll is possessed in
I don't have any real life friends. I have spirit haunted
for
items.
real. Like that's why I like dead people.
Mhm.
They don't talk back very often.
No.
They're,
You try, but
they're usually easier to get along with.
Yeah, and Tasha, Shiona, and all those gals that won the Homestead event,
yes.
get to come out with myself and Steve and have it's probably going to be like the peak highlight of your entire life. So I hope you're ready for that because it's not going. That's it. It's not going to get any better after that.
That's it.
So be prepared.
Yeah, we have cameras.
People are going to feel disappointed.
Listen, they won't be disappointed. They might be by me, but like not the Homestead and Matt, of course.
No, yeah, no, I was just kidding to Matt. I was kidding, like, never mind.
No one gets disappointed by me, Kenna. No
We
one.
have cameras. We do have cameras around their way. We ordered them. They're should be here any day now, so we'll put those up. Like I said, we're looking at getting quotes for the fence repairs, the gates, some sort of power up there so we can have like hardwired security cameras and like motion lights and all that stuff. We have to get new doors back on the building just to lock them so we can keep people out. We're not going to put new doors on right now until we have the fence secure and the gates and the cameras up there, just because if people do trash them, we want to be able to catch them on camera so we can press charges against them, because obviously doors cost money. Right
Yeah,
now,
there was a lot of that going on.
yeah. Well, how?
Yeah, how can I get? Because I just withdrew from PayPal yesterday. So you want me to send a check to
we
you
can do
to it, or
whatever you want to do. Venmo, PayPal, whatever you want. It'll
I
work.
would have PayPal'd it before I took it out of my bank, but I can Venmo it to you if you want.
Yeah, that works. That's fine.
I wanted to get one of those big giant ass checks and present it to you there. I just don't know where
Wow,
you
it's
get
covered
that.
in peanut butter and fluff.
She's thinking
And
about
the
banana.
banana on his OnlyFans page. Like,
Holding the check.
Shiona,
Just the check. It's just the check.
Shiona, that's flipping rude. No one will be disappointed by the boss.
I really want to see live streams from the homestead, like so bad,
Yeah,
so
I mean,
bad.
we will. We'll get them. I really want to do it too, because it is a location that it needs to be shared. It's going to be very well known in the paranormal community very soon, and it's a spot people got to check out. I mean, there's so much that we know about it, and there's so much that we don't. It's so untouched by investigators, and like the history is kind of all over the place. Like we have some people that say there was 1,000 deaths there. We have some people that say there was 3,500 deaths there. We have
Like Waverly.
I'm pretty good at digging into stuff like that. So if you want help trying to look up stuff, let me know. And
Definitely.
I love
we
that
have
stuff.
we have the historian saying that, okay, here's a list of the people that died here. This number is, what we have reported, but then this number is the reported like bodies that were claimed and removed, and the numbers don't match up. So now there's always been rumors of like a mass grave site on the property for people that were not claimed, or if they didn't have any family. So there's bodies possibly buried. I mean, it was originally a 150-acre campus. So I mean, it was a big, big place, and now it's down to 30 acres, but there's rumors of the bodies being buried underneath the pond that's out in the woods, underneath, just in the woods itself. So there's a lot of stuff to uncover there, and I think once we dig in a little more, we'll figure out a lot of it.
It wouldn't surprise me because, I mean, old like TB, like pandemics and that kind of thing, people that didn't have families or couldn't afford burials, then you have like paupers' graves with like mass amounts of bodies in them. So it wouldn't surprise me at all.
I mean,
they had to have something to do with them.
That's what the thinking is. That's what happened there. But the one cool thing is I guess it's cool, but like there were no reports of like patient abuse. People said they enjoyed their time there as much as they enjoy being in a TB hospital. Matt has a question.
Cheryl, I sent you a private message. That's taken care of.
your finger looks super crooked, bent.
It did. It looked like all jacked up.
The homestead is in New York, and it's Steve filled you in on what the homestead is. Proceed. See how courteous I can be?
Look at
Where-
that.
I love it.
It's an old tuberculosis hospital. The building that's there now was built in 1937. It started in 1914, and then it closed in the 60s, and it was a nursing home for about 10 years, and it's been abandoned for 50. So that's enough about the homestead. Matt raised a shit ton of money for it. We're going to put to good use. Matt's got his event, and he's going to do up there. It's going to be fun with the winners of the donation raffles there, and we'll do a lot more stuff. Matt and Mike have some scrying stuff to talk about.
Wait, real quick. It's in New York. What city?
It is technically in the town of Providence, so it's like probably 25 minutes outside of Saratoga Springs.
Okay.
Roxanne, no, it's one guy that owns that place.
Yes, he bought it. Well, he is married. He bought it without telling his wife at first. Surprise. But yeah, they're a great couple.
What's up, Bill? Welcome to the shit show.
What up, Bill?
Somehow we still have 30 people watching this. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because of this, baby.
That's it right there. It's a moneymaker. We'll all just not go on camera from now on, and it'll just be you. Our numbers will skyrocket.
You have to start doing it shirtless.
That's what it is. After he waxes himself.
Matt just needs to like do it
That's the
shirtless.
OnlyFans, though. Didn't we already discuss this?
Get rich or die trying.
Damn
Right.
right. Damn right.
Trying.
Yeah, there was trying.
Listen, it could have worked either way, okay?
Get
It's
rich or
fine.
die scribe.
Tasha's got a question about the homestead, Steve. Do you think we'll be able to get in there by the 24th of April next year?
Oh, absolutely. I think we'll be able to do nighttime stuff by then. We're going to try to get the fence and everything secured up before fall this year. And then we're going to actually, if worse comes to worse and we can't get power up there for hardwired stuff, we're going to get battery operated exit signs so we can meet those, those criteria and have some ambient light in there. We already rebuilt one of the staircases, so we're really working towards it. Corona kind of slowed it a lot down with how big of crews we could have had up there. But April, yeah, we should definitely be able to have paranormal people in there by then.
So exciting.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Mike, what you got for us?
Let's hear it.
I don't know. How do you want to? How do you want to take this?
That's
I
a
mean,
very open-ended question.
I prefer the mouth. Anyways,
On that note,
Everybody takes a drink.
I mean, in yours,
Oh, I forgot I was
my
drinking.
mouth.
Oh no, now it's gonna be all warm.
I got water tonight.
Oh, I didn't forget. I
You
drank it
weren't
all.
drinking water earlier, dude.
I wasn't. I'm out of beer. I,
Oh, you gotta
I-
keep your refills
Why
right
you no more
there.
beer?
That's
I
why I
didn't-
have like 3 beers sitting next to me, so I just refill myself.
I didn't like the beer I was drinking.
I have a
Lee-
ghetto cooler that I had my beer in.
Ah, there you go.
That is
Nice.
pretty ghetto.
That's innovative.
Bill Brock is
Ghetto
fun.
and creative.
So, anyways, go ahead, Mike.
Anyway,
Hit,
so-
hit us with some scry.
That event we did, 2 weeks ago?
I think it was 3 weeks ago.
Was it 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Because I know we didn't
Puerto
talk about it
Rico.
last 2. Yeah, you're right. Because we didn't talk about it on the last episode. I don't know if you got what you got out of the whole event. What we did for those of you who weren't here for that, we did a scrying session. I'm in Ohio. Matt's in Massachusetts. We were doing a scrying mirror experiment, I guess you could say, to see how these two mirrors would interact with each other because they are created by the same guy. Actually, 3 mirrors. I'm sorry. 3 mirrors created by the same guy, Jason Emmerich at Dark Scries. Very powerful mirrors, I'll tell you that. The one you have was the one that we got for you. I gave you in Vermont.
Yep.
That one was homemade by him. Actually has blood in the mirror. And then the one I have has the Ouija board on it. That's a little bit of a negative type kind of mirror.
You got to be
And-
careful with Ouija boards.
They're so bad for you.
And the other one I got it's more of a positive mirror that has been in his family for about 50, 60 years. And that one really tends to bring out a lot of the energy around it. I know you were kind of as a ghost. Corey even muted herself.
Dude, Ken is a ghost every day of the week. It's so hard to get a hold of her.
Oh, she's back with a refill.
Back.
That is.
She doesn't even like enter. She only comes in the chat to click the link to end to join the video.
That's it. Once every 2 weeks, we hear from Kenna.
I
So-
am a busy girl now.
So I think you were on the different spectrum of trying to scry. You were trying to see your future.
You saying I'm special?
A little bit.
I thought he
Little
was
bit.
saying that. I thought he was talking about me. He said, "So you're on a different spectrum," and I was like,
We said that about you while you were in the other room.
"What
I think
spectrum are we
we're all-
talking about?" I'm gonna take my earrings off.
I think we're all on a little bit of a different spectrum.
I am ADD. That is the realest thing in the world. I don't care what anybody says, and that is
Yeah.
technically on a spectrum.
We
And
have
I'm
a
okay.
request for Matt to say mirror.
Huh?
Say mirror.
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 I look at
Mirror.
myself in the mirror every time I pass it, and I've never met one I don't like.
Continue with your scrying.
But I know you were looking at like a different aspect. You were trying to find like love, that gay
Don't
shit.
make me out to be some soft little baby shit.
You
Sorry.
are, you
Love.
are.
I was
Ew.
looking towards.
Gross.
I'm just
I
kidding.
gotta go. All right, I'm gonna head out.
You,
No, I was looking to the future to see exactly what all that would possibly hold. And I don't know if that's what it told me or not, but I saw some stuff in the mirror that I didn't expect to see. And it
well,
was,
these mirrors
brain-
are connected.
yeah, it drained the energy out of me more so than anything I've done prior.
I've only done it once, and it was something I did not expect. So like they're wild. It's a wild thing.
I didn't. The first time I did the scrying mirror, I've ever done a scrying mirror was actually in our first documentary. First time I've ever done
And that's
it.
the one I have now, right?
No. Well, yes. Yes.
No,
I
well,
used-
yes.
I used 2 in that one. I
Okay.
forgot. I used 2. But yes,
Shut up,
you
Aaron.
have the red one that I used, and the Ouija board one is the other one that I used in that documentary.
ADHD is what I'm.
But-
ADHD, whatever.
I don't think you got what you expected out of it. These mirrors are connected. I definitely enjoyed the emotion that the people that were watching this event take place. They were feeling what we were feeling. I don't know what you were feeling on your end, but even while John was filming the event, he was feeling things. He was getting
So-
some of the effects.
So that's called being broadbanded. So there's been instances where I've done stuff. We've done the Estes method with like having someone on a phone with us, not in the same room. I've had an attachment that I know of twice, and one of these attachments happened. We had gone into this woman's house because this is like the most random thing. Well, actually, I'm not going to go into that story because I don't want to take your time. That's for a different time. But I just looked at the time and I was like, oh crap, that's going to be a long story. So we're going to save that kind of story. But yeah, that's broadbanding. So people need to make sure that when they're watching other people do this, that you're aware of that protection for yourself, because you're opening yourself up to the same potential.
You're opening up that line of communication.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a really interesting thing to sit there and study to find out what different things are happening in these different households, that they're having similarities and stuff. But it's very real. It's really interesting. So y'all had that happen a good bit. I didn't get to watch all of it.
You've had 3 weeks.
Shut it. Shut it.
But I also know while we were doing it.
Thank you,
Not
Roxanne.
only-
I'll take you up on that offer.
Sorry, I'm reading that comment. See, I know we were picking up on, some of the things I was seeing. Like I said, I remember seeing the bald man with the respirator and the breathing mask. And I even reached out to Jason, the creator, and I was like, did your dad die of, did he need a respirator? Did he have this? Did he need that? And he confirmed that his dad passed away of COPD and he couldn't live without a breathing mask. But at the same time, I can't confirm that that's his dad, only because the previous owner of our house also died of COPD, which means he would have had the breathing mask, he would have had the respirator, and he was also bald. So I couldn't confirm that was Jason's dad, but I
also saw a
confirm
bald
that-
guy in my mirror, which is
So-
crazy.
Wasn't me
So
because
that's really strange that you say that though, Mike, because I didn't hear y'all say that. And I was doing like an energy cleansing on someone the other day, and a bald man sitting at a dark table with oxygen on his face came through, and he was like sitting in the dark. And then I saw him watching TV by himself, but you just explained the exact guy that I saw. So that's kind of interesting. This would have been like a week after you did that though, but that's interesting.
So I wonder if maybe this isn't either of them. Maybe it's something that's connected to us. Because
I don't
that
know.
can happen. There is one entity that I'm dealing with right now. Myself and Rini we're dealing with right now that I had to go. Actually, long story short, I had to go to an apartment an hour away, close a portal, force this spirit to my house, close the portal here, and this spirit's powerful and I cannot close this portal. So we're trying to deal with that right now. On top of one of the spirits from Madison Seminary is fucking with me right now. It's the guy from the room with the hole in it. His name's Frank. I found out. I don't know if I can say this. Adam's not going to watch, but
Is that a glory hole?
I found out he was actually a cop.
that makes sense. I mean, yeah, that room's got a lot of different layers to it, and a lot of different stuff went on in there that I think that's what's so crazy about Madison. I think there's been so many things that have happened there that people don't know about too. That
I actually, while I was at Madison, I know you guys know the story of Emily. I'm not going to get into the story of Emily and who Emily is. But if you guys have watched our show and you've watched Dead Republic, Emily's a spirit attached to me. But before I go to an investigation, I always tell Emily to stay home. Unfortunately, I forgot to tell her to stay home before I went to Madison. And she made her appearance there. One of the members of SCAR actually saw her. When Zach and I were doing a live EVP and SLS session in that room with the hole in the floor, I actually came across the name Frank. For some reason, I just got the name Frank right in my head that was the guy's name. He's actually mad at me for saying his name. that he actually kept Emily. He would not let Emily come back. I know I don't know about how our viewers feel, with guardian angels and spirit guides and all sorts of stuff, but I actually sent my spirit guides to Madison to bring Emily home. And now when I try to communicate with Emily, Frank gets in the way and doesn't let her talk.
That Madison is like one of those spots that it has so many different, I would say, like, I guess, like time frames, like different time frames of spirits going on, that there's, like you said, like a Frank, or there's, in each floor has it. There's like a group or one person on each floor that kind of rules the floor and makes the rules and decides who can come forward and talk and who can't, and who, it's super crazy to see when you're interacting with them and you're saying, like, hey, is somebody's stopping you from communicating, and you get the yeses and the nos, and like there's different people on each floor that kind of run Madison, and it's weird. It's a weird.
To answer that question, Emma, how did I find out he kept her? Every time I find out that Emily is in an investigation with me, she's actually the funny thing about Emily, she's become my CIA, my paranormal operative. So what I'll do is, if I need questions on a location after I left, I will send Emily. Emily will go answer these questions that I need. Or she, believe it or not, she will actually go to the location before I even go.
Okay, so wait. So when you say she goes to these places, how do you know she goes to the places? How do y'all communicate with each other?
I made a pair of dowsing rods that she's the only person who I use to communicate with them. And when I hold them, she's got her own way to say hi. She's got her own way to control these dowsing rods that no other spirit can. So when I pick them up and they're not moving, she's not here. They don't sit still when she's around.
But dowsing rods also move when water's in the area, so you do make sure stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I am a paranormal investigator.
Well, no, I'm not. I wasn't discrediting you.
When I use them at home, I'm in my bedroom.
Yeah, no, I meant if you weren't at home. I didn't
know what you're doing there.
Even here's the thing. When you use dowsing rods to find water, they spread apart. They don't go together.
I was taught that they go together.
Oh, you're right. It's the other way. They go together. They don't spread apart. Under the floor in Madison Seminary, where the room with the hole is, there is actually flowing water. The dowsing rods were actually pulling apart. So they were actually answering questions. They were able to point.
Yeah, I wasn't discrediting. I'm just trying to help viewers understand. Like, how
I get it. But they do. But also, if I'm not mistaken, the only dowsing rods that can pick up and magnetize to water are brass.
I'll have to. I can't even have this conversation. I don't know enough about them. I have a pair of dowsing rods that I use as well, so that's just something that I have to be aware of when you're in certain locations.
Well, I do believe it's only brass that'll pick up on water. My dowsing rods are actually made out of coat hangers that I made specifically to communicate with just Emily. So I know when she's here. I know when she's not around. I know her energy. But
they can be made of copper or wood.
Yeah, they could be made out of brass, copper, wood.
Single fork stick. Yeah, I don't know how. I know how to communicate with spirits. I don't know how to go find y'all some water. You're screwed if you think that you're going to get survival tips from me with that.
Yeah, same thing here.
I've never even used it, so I wouldn't be able to.
So Mike, when you say you send Emily to these places and she comes back and brings you information, what kind of information are you asking, and how are y'all? So are y'all communicating through? How are you getting information through dowsing rods?
It's not even just dowsing rods. Sometimes I get them through dreams. So I can't really just say dowsing rods.
So she communicates to you through your dreams? Okay.
Dreams, dowsing rods. And
that's how Matt communicates to me.
Matt?
This is the only way to get a hold of him.
It really is.
I do not telekinetic. I do ESP exercises where I try to talk to people. Like, I'll try to keep a number in my head and I'll be like, just sit and focus.
Do you think
Kind of shows up at the
dowsing
foot of my
rods
bed
would be-
randomly sometimes. It's
There's
terrifying.
actually one person that you call that TSP. Is that what you
No,
call it?
I said E.
Okay, I couldn't. You cut out there for a minute. I actually call those, and there's only one person that she's really, really good at it, and I'm not gonna say who it is. But I call them spiritual voicemails.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's
That's what
that's
we
what I'm
call 'em.
trying to learn right now. I'm trying to imprint in people's brains like a thought, like, oh, Kenna just thought this about me, or Kenna just sent me the number, whatever.
I always think about that. And I'm always like, oh, Kenna really hates our group chat.
See, it's working. Y'all,
We
y'all
did the same thing. We feel you say the same thing, Steve. You're never there.
Steve hates responding to the.
So do you think, here's a question. I've never used dowsing rods. Do you think that they can be influenced and like affected the same way a Ouija board can, with like the ideomotor effect, where
Yeah,
you don't
100% more times than not. I think you need to be really experienced with the dowsing rods. I think you need to feel what it feels like when it's around water, when it's stagnant and you feel nothing, and when you have to be careful because even subconsciously, your mind,
exactly subconsciously.
Yep.
yeah, you want your things to move or do your shake. Or anytime that I'm doing with dowsing rods, I always teach people to poke my elbows right here. And I keep them right here. And people are always like, oh, you're moving that. So anytime that I'm doing an investigation or trying to teach, I will always like take the energy off and then hand the dowsing rods to someone else so they can understand it for themselves. Like, hey, this is what it feels like when you're actually holding them. Because watching them, you're like, anytime someone has dowsing rods, I'm staring at their hands because I've seen a lot of people. I'm like, dude, you're moving. You're not.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to spin those. I mean, you can barely move your hands and those things can move.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends
Having
on
a
the kind you
planchette
have.
bottle
There's
opener in your
some
phone,
that
Steve?
I do.
Okay. There are some dowsing rods that flow freely. It's not necessarily you don't really hold on to a handle. Like the ones that I have, they kind of sound stupid, but they are made out of curtain rod or coat hangers, but the handles are actually straws. I don't grasp them.
Mine have a sleeve on them too for the same reason.
You know, I literally lightly hold. That way, the rods can actually move themselves. But Kenna is right. You know, there's been times that I've caught myself even wondering if they're moving but the thing with those is, like I said, I created those to talk with Emily. So
Right,
I
specifically,
know,
she understands it.
specifically for her because she wants a family. She wants people to know that she's there, and that's become my way to communicate with her mostly. And it's gotten to the point where I know her energy through those, and it's the same as any other divination device, like a Ouija board. Other spirits can still come through and manipulate it. Other spirits can still come through and talk. So it's to the point I've talked with her through them so much that I know her energy. And that's ultimately what you need through these devices is the energy.
Right.
And there's times I've talked to her that I can actually see the energy and the whites, just whatever surrounding the end of the rods, actually floating back and forth with these rods.
So
we're pretty connected through these.
with like, okay, so like with a Ouija board or the dowsing rods, why don't people like, I guess, because I don't use them. Like I don't use Ouija boards. I've never used dowsing rods. Why don't people take the human element out of them? I mean, it's easier to do with a Ouija board. Like, why don't you just set a Ouija board down, put the planchette on it, and ask it questions and tell it to move? If they can manipulate a flashlight to turn it on, if they can manipulate a K2 meter, a Mel meter, if they can close doors and they can move chairs, why wouldn't they be able to move this little piece of wood?
Because these little pieces of wood don't emit energy or EMF like the Mel meter or the K2. Because I'm just going to throw it out there. Before we filmed documentary number 2, we actually tested a theory to where Hillary was wearing a blindfold. We were pretty much going to try the Estes method with Hillary blindfolded and white noise in her ear. So she couldn't hear the questions being asked. And we tested that before we left. Nothing was working because no energy was flowing through her because she didn't know what was going on. So there was no energy flowing through the dowsing rods. So it needs that human. It's the same as table tipping.
Right.
You know, you need that.
You have to have that
You
connection.
need that
Yeah.
energy.
It's just
So
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so what if like next month, is it next month that you're going to Wilson Castle?
Yeah.
What if you could find a way to like energize the planchette somehow or another, or maybe even the planchette and the board? I think that would be a very interesting experiment to see if you could get communication without actually physically having to
Does
touch
anybody
it.
have Mike or Matt or anybody that's coming? Do they have like I don't know if they even still make them now, but those old EMF pumps that used to be popular for a while?
I used to have one.
Because like you could, I mean, what if
Your
you
Tesla coil would do the same thing, though, wouldn't it?
You could, yeah.
Right.
Like, what if you set a Ouija board on the table with one of those right next to it?
I mean, we all know only demons move the Ouija board planchettes anyways.
Of course, that's
My Tesla coil, yeah, that should help.
I'm not going to lift my leg up and put it up on the screen, but yeah.
You didn't have to. I thought in Salem.
You didn't see this in documentary number 1, but I tried making my own Tesla coil for the documentary.
Did you get electrocuted?
No, it actually blew up almost.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, how you doing?
The only thing an EM pump is, it's a magnet that spins fast.
Right.
That's
See,
all
like
it is.
my thing is like when I brought Ouija boards, like so when I brought them to Evil and Nowhere at Benton Farms, that was because Alex and them were like, hey, let's use Ouija boards, and you have too many, so bring some and we'll use some of yours. I'm like, okay. But like whenever I've brought them to things here, I haven't brought them to use. I've brought them to use more as like a trigger object. Because if you go to a house like Wilson Castle or you go to a house from the early 1900s and like you bring a board from 1901 or 1915 board, like I feel like it's more useful as a trigger object than anything at that point.
Yeah, back then those were pretty much gifts.
Right.
You know, people would give those away as gifts. Now
Yep.
it's keep that shit.
Christmas. They were a parlor thing. People did, and back in those times to try to communicate. And really, their big surge in popularity is after every war. So it's the 1890s, which is a little while after the Civil War. It's the 1920s after World War I, the 1940s during World War II. It's people that wanted to communicate with their family members that they lost during the war. This is when the big surges were in the sales of the boards. So like, they're things that are common and are familiar to these spirits. So I think bringing them and just leaving them there in a room might charge the energy more so than even trying to use it as a communication tool. And everybody's staring at me, so I'm just going to take a drink.
No, I was thinking because I was
It's like
trying
a
to
trigger
think.
object. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there thinking when we're talking about the Ouija board and it not having any kind of like charge or whatever, but yet we do know that spirits can be attached to certain objects, right?
Right.
We have haunted objects and whatnot, and then my brain went to like the Dybbuk box, the famous Dybbuk box, and about how this box being in a house can create all this mayhem. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm on like the cusp of like a thought process or maybe putting 2 and 2 together, but I can't quite get there. Does that make sense?
For me,
It's
it's
just
like-
like religion.
It's so hard because, like, do I believe objects can have energy stored in them and be haunted? Yeah, sure, why not? If a building can be haunted, why can't an object?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when it comes to things like the Annabelle doll,
Is a demon stuck on this dog?
I have such a hard time just because of my beliefs and like not being religious and all this stuff. Like I have such a hard time believing that Raggedy Ann doll kills people if they touch it. Like that to me is just so far fetched. Like this whole thing going on right now with Zach Bagans and Tony Spera going back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
do I believe the doll has energy and it could be haunted? Absolutely. Like I can't argue with that. I don't know enough about the haunted objects and paranormal. I don't think anybody has all these answers, but like for people to say that like if you touch it, you're gonna die. Like to me,
They don't say die. It's bad things will happen to you.
right? But like, is that one of those things where
It's
it's
urban legend.
more in your mind? Where like, oh, I touched the Annabelle doll and now I got fired from my job.
That's
It's probably
so
because I
many
touched it,
people
you know what I
have-
mean?
That's the problem with the paranormal is so many people need a story or want a story or hear something that they just run with it without doing the research on stuff. Like I absolutely agree. I think the energy can be like I told you all the story about my friend with the chair that was in her house and all this crazy stuff started happening, and they connected that chair back to a concentration camp from the Holocaust.
Right.
Of course, that energy is going to cause chaos,
Yeah.
but does that mean that there's like a little horned devil sitting inside the
Right.
chair?
And like, it's not like it's Men in Black with a little alien sitting in the brain controlling. See, like I don't do dolls because like I believe that.
Oh my gosh!
You know what?
It's
If that
terrifying.
doll's head moves while I'm sleeping or something, I don't like that. And to answer Allison's question, there is a metal Ouija board at Planchette. It's called the Electric Mystifying Oracle. and it was metal, and it actually had little lights on it. So when the planchette went over them, it would light them up, and that's how you communicated with it. They're super rare. They go for like 10 grand. So if you find one, let me know.
You don't have one?
I
Yeah,
don't. But
I got like 7 of them.
60. I want that.
listen,
So-
you got 7 of those. You got a very nice chunk of change sitting there.
So let me ask you guys a question. As far as like haunted objects go, is it that the actual object has energy in it from a spirit, or is there a spirit constantly around that object and not necessarily inside of it?
This is something I struggle with, and I'm the unpopular opinion because I don't think I bought a haunted ring off of eBay, a haunted opal ring. And it's like, oh, there's a spirit attached to it named Vladimir from the 1600s. And I'm like, so I'm walking around with a little vampire stuck in my opal right now. And
Well,
if
first
I
off, it came from eBay, so you should have questioned
Yeah.
that.
well, no, so it's a legitimate witch that is selling objects that she is saying she's binding this
She
stuff to
just
these
makes
objects.
money.
First of all, that spirit that would be spiritual slavery if that was a thing. How are you?
I'm a witch. Prince is on this adapter.
Well, yeah, but
Anybody
why
wanna buy
would
Prince?
you want to do that is what I question. How do you actually do that? And yes, is
She
there
probably can't. She's probably just trying to make money to feed her daughter. You know, like
but
Big-
no, but
Biggie Small.
even with people saying haunted objects, so they just mean that the energy on the object that connects to that person or that thing or that situation can cause energy changes. And something that I'm learning is even with angelic and demonic things, it's all energy. It's a spectrum. So it's all energy. When you're dealing with demonic things, the energy is yin energy. So it's going to make you, it's your emotions, it's your earth and your water. So it makes you feel emotional. It makes you want to cry. It makes you want to hurt. It does those kind of things. So yes, I believe that the energy I believe it's there. I believe it can affect us, but I don't necessarily think Vladimir, the handsome vampire that wants to talk to you on Monday, is sitting in my.
It's more in your thinking. Then you would think the energy is more of like a residual thing, and then not intelligent. Where like, okay, if Matt's doll is haunted with an energy, and Matt sits there for 5 hours and says, "Hey, can you wave to me?" Like, it's not necessarily going to do it, but the doll might move by itself because of residual energy. You know, if that makes sense, like where it's going to happen whether or not you're there, but it's not going to directly interact with somebody. It's just more of like leftover energy trapped in it kind of thing.
So
yes,
I think
Emma, this is that doll. This is Ameline.
She is terrifying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her.
Don't speak ill of her because Erin was speaking ill of her last night, and something brushed my neck when I was talking to her. I shit you not, like something like a hand went like this across my neck.
Is she just like a regular plastic doll?
Oh no, you don't say that.
Like
Is that a
her
noose around her
makeup. Her makeup, is she cloth? Is she plastic?
So she is from the late 50s. She is what's they were called grannykins, and they were made to look like grandmothers.
That's
and
awful. That's just awful.
she looked like Mrs. Howell from Gilligan's Island when she. But this is an actual noose that's on her neck. It's a functioning noose. So this doll was left in a friend's pickup truck as a warning to him. Down the street from his house is like a flop house where they sell drugs. And all the readings and stuff that we've done on this, we believe that there's a voodoo hex on this and that this noose is a binding spell. And I've been told by numerous psychics not to take it off. And when I brought her into the house for days, I felt sick. I didn't like it. I gave her the front
bring
row.
it into your house.
My house is filled with that shit, Grandma.
No, I'm the one that's like, get that shit out of my house.
This is my girl right here, goddammit. G damn it.
Oh, that's number 2. Yeah, that's not bad though for an hour and 20.
That's pretty good for an hour and 20.
See, that's why
I
I
did-
said.
But I give her front row center. She's got the best seat in the house. She sees TV with me. I talk to her like she's here because she is. Right? And life's good.
I
That
don't-
doll head moves, I'm hanging up.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I also don't want to believe, that somebody would be like, okay, here's a spirit that I want to put into some sort of spiritual prison. So I'm going to connect it to this evil looking doll. That's
Right.
one thing that's weird to me. Why would you want to do that to somebody? And second of all,
Because that was some voodoo level crap that was put on this doll.
but yeah, so
So it's not actually
Oh,
a
bye,
spirit.
Kenna.
Like,
Yeah.
I guess
So-
Emmeline did not want to hear from Kenna.
She said she's not talking good about me. I'm gonna hang her up.
Yeah, Emmeline's like, I'm done with this bitch.
So it's not actually a spirit that is attached to that doll.
It's just the
It's like
energy?
an energy, like a
maybe it was never a human per se. It's just like the
Right.
manifestation of the energy.
So we did some different sessions on this, and I had a bunch of different psychics helping read this through the sessions, and we were getting things like New Orleans, water, French. The name Ameline. It's not really. It's a French word, so that's the name I gave her because these are the names that were coming through, and I believe it's voodoo, and I believe that it was a voodoo curse put on this doll to kind of scare my friend away from saying anything about what the hell they were doing.
So let me
Now,
ask you
if-
that.
Hey,
go
Kenna's
ahead.
back. Should I let her join?
Yes.
Now, Ameline doesn't want her here.
Emily said no. She closed the door. I'll actually bring her back. I want to ask everybody this.
Yeah,
Welcome
I forgot
back.
to plug my phone up. It had nothing to do with Emily. Don't
Yeah,
even.
okay.
So,
Okay.
I'm going to ask everybody this. Given the chance,
The answer is yes.
would you touch the Annabelle doll?
Yes.
I would sleep next to Annabelle in my bed.
I'd rub
That's
my
exactly
finger
my
on
thought
it.
process. Like, if it's really that evil.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy took it out.
Hey, John.
The guy took it out of the case for the Ghost Adventure show, and he
With
wore oven mitts.
mittens.
And he wore oven mitts to carry it. If it's this evil thing that's going to kill people and it's got this bad energy and everything bad happens, what is an oven mitt going to do?
You don't get burned, bro.
Stop it.
You
Like,
don't get burned.
you know what I mean? Like, to me, I guess it's one of those things where I'm like you, like, I need to see proof that it's really this evil. And that might sound stupid if it really is evil. And like, okay, maybe I end up dying, but like,
But
okay,
I had this conversation. I had this conversation with James Anito the other day. I said, you know what, dude? If I had the opportunity, I would hold Annabelle, take the selfie. If I die,
I would
that's
sleep
going
with
in my
that doll.
obituary. So
I would
what?
sleep with that doll for a week. And you know what? Put in the obituary, slept with Annabelle. It's not a joke.
Well, I don't do that stuff. That's weird.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't sleep with dolls either.
You know what I mean, though? Like, if it really is that powerful, why are you
Right.
keeping it in a case or holding it with oven mitts?
That
that
was my
the whole
question.
concept.
Stop it from doing what it's going to do.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I have
Are the mitts
might be
with
haunted.
the
Yeah.
water?
I don't know. It's just one of those things that, like, again, I need to see something to prove it. Do I want to see
And
it?
again, when we say that there's a demon connected, is it this little horn thing that's like, I'm going to get you, or this like ring looking girl, or is it just energy? That's like,
Right. That's what I mean. Like, okay, maybe bad stuff happens in your life, but that doesn't mean it's demonic and it's going to kill you. Maybe it just
Right.
has a negative energy and whatever it is throws off whatever's going on in your life. And you know what? If that happens, okay, I want to prove it. I would like a camera on this doll for a week while it's out of its case, sitting in my room, and just see what happens.
I have to
I
go
will,
pee. I'll
I
be
will
right back.
add though. I will add, although we've had this conversation about haunted stuff and stuff being connected, the second that doll's head turns, I am the F out of here. Like,
I feel that. Like, if that doll blinks right now,
elbows, like,
that
doing,
doll
doing.
blinks, I'm hanging up. That's
Does
it.
that doll have pink eye?
It does.
Girl, you
I
need
don't know.
to get
It's
you
just
like
in
her
the eye
face.
doctor.
It's like, how evil can an energy be that is trapped in a Raggedy Ann doll or trapped in anything that if you touch it, your life goes to shit? Like, is that a real possibility?
How
I
much
feel
of it?
like no, it's okay. I was just gonna say I feel like she's been around long enough, that you would be able to correlate a lot of like deaths or events or whatever with this doll. I feel like that's something that you would eventually be able to prove. This person touched this. This is what happened. They
Right.
touched her. This is what happened.
Right.
I mean, if they were truly studying her.
Look at how many dinners with Annabelle that they've had.
For
you
real.
know, just it's worth looking into. I'm not saying anybody's right or anybody's
Wait a
wrong.
minute, that doll just moved.
It's
I
Matt.
saw it.
That's Matt.
Oh,
Now she's pissed because you just bashed
Yeah,
her
you
head on the
dropped her.
chair.
No, we good. We
Here's the
good.
thing, like, okay,
Better
so
sleep with
I
her.
couldn't help myself.
so let's put it this way. Zach Bagans, the whole thing right now is that Zach Bagans, when it was at his thing, he accidentally touched its foot. And
He didn't
wasn't
accidentally do
supposed to touch
shit.
it. Okay, Zach Bagans is worth $30 million. Like, if that's what happens when you touch
I
it,
heard 5 million, but that's 5 million more than me.
you know what I mean, though? Like, okay, if it's that negative, like, okay, you would expect something bad to happen. His museum is doing better than ever. Like, you know what I mean?
This museum is amazing.
That's what I mean. Like, if it was really a thing where, like, oh, he touched the doll and now his life's going to hell, show me proof. The man
Right.
worth millions.
And I feel like that's where I feel like Zach might have touched it on purpose.
Right.
I
Really?
feel like he's like,
This
this
is
isn't
what-
real.
But this is what people need to understand. At the end of the day, these ghost shows that we watch, these ghost shows that are on television, it is for entertainment purposes only, and that's what you need to read it for. Is Zach Baggins the best paranormal businessman out there?
He's a great businessman. Exactly.
Even though I think that I have opinions. His museum is set up so phenomenal. It is like one of the best museums I have visited in a long time. And I will say that no matter what my opinion is, but he got
he's a genius.
The stage creators of American Horror Story actually helped him build this whole museum. And it is the artifacts that he has in there is like,
well, I don't know. He's an experienced paranormal investigator. He's probably gotten more investigations than most people around right now just because of the budget that he's had. He's been on TV for 15 years. He's been able to go to a lot of cool places. Mm-hmm. He's very experienced. To me, being on TV does not make you a better paranormal investigator at all. That doesn't mean anything. That just means you have a budget backing your travel. But
right.
As far as a businessman and like a guy who's going to expand,
phenomenal.
He's super smart. He's very good at what he does.
Right. Thanks, Courtney. Hi, Courtney. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the support.
But I agree with what Courtney's saying. It is a mind trick. It's a lot of it. It's in your head.
Don't agree with her.
If you see the doll or you touch the doll and then bad things start happening, no matter how mundane they are, you're going to resort back to that being the doll's fault.
Well, even the Dybbuk box, and some people are going to shake their head at me when I say this, and some people are going to be like, "Oh no, she said this." There's no proof of a real Dybbuk box before Josh Baggins, before Zach Baggins had it, and the dude had said that originally. Oh, this guy had said either $100,000, it might have been $100,000 if you can find evidence of what a Dybbuk box is. But because there's certain people that think they have a Dybbuk box, if I'm showing you this Dybbuk box and I'm telling you that it's the Jewish way of holding the demon, and there's so much in this, the more that you focus your energy on it, and the more that I share it, who's to say that you can't make something
like a PK or something?
Of course,
you can make something have energy because of the amount of awareness.
We're manifesting that energy out. That's like the same thing with people saying, like, there's residual hauntings of people that are still alive. It's because their energy has been so inputted into these locations that it's manifesting itself. You can manifest negative energy into anything you want. If I held a Ouija board for 10 hours and just nothing but negative energy and negative thoughts about it, people are going to say it's haunted and it's negative. You know what I mean? Like, same thing with, you can buy a Dybbuk box on eBay right now. You can buy a box of
they're everywhere.
You know what I mean? Right. So it's like anything at all can be negative. It can be positive. It can be haunted. It depends on the energy that's manifested in it and what gets put into your head about that object. I'll tell you, Corona. If I tell 10 people this Corona bottle is haunted with a negative energy, they're going to believe it has a negative energy. If I tell the next 10 people it's haunted with the spirit of a little girl and she's very happy and playful, they're not going to resort to a negative demonic thing. They're going to think it's a spirit of a little girl. It's what is put into your head so much.
It can be easily influenced by the thought of others. And that's really important in the paranormal, whether someone says, this place is haunted, this thing is haunted, this person is so-and-so. This is all important stuff that you need to make sure that you check out for yourself. Have your own, because where Mike talks about Emily or Matt talks about that creepy-ass doll, or you talk about your Ouija board, or I talk about.
I sleep next to this beautiful specimen every night.
Listen, I don't believe any of my Ouija boards are haunted. They're just pieces of wood.
Right. Well, that made me forget what I was saying. I had a point, and
it's not disrespectful to my people. All right.
As far as like the Dybbuk box, I remember seeing. I mean, it's been years ago. Was it like Paranormal Witness, maybe, or something where they were talking about the Dybbuk box? That's before it really became like a paranormal icon.
The first time I've ever seen it mentioned was with Zach Baggins when he first brought it out long ago.
There's a movie about it called, might be called The Possession.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yes, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's the dad in it. It might be called The Possession or something.
It is. They did like the show The Haunting about that long ago.
Yeah.
I've known about the Dybbuk box forever. Long before.
And then it just like blew up. But wouldn't it be kind of safe to say that really the Dybbuk box, like if you break it down, it would essentially be a haunted object. It's not like it's not like we have 100 Dybbuk boxes running around. I think people are associating a Dybbuk box with like
was just an idea.
Right.
Well, it's from the Jewish culture. A Dybbuk box doesn't mean a haunted box full of scary shit. It's just a memorial box of their faith in all the crap that they had during their life. This one just happened to have supposed energy.
No.
My apartment's basically a giant Dybbuk box. It's filled with haunted shit
Right.
and whatever, and I'm fine. You know,
I think
I
they're
have a damn embalming table next to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's what people perceive
Mhm.
the item to be. If
Yeah.
you go into a room and somebody told you, and everybody does it, everybody's guilty of it. They're biased based on the stories and the reputation of a location. When you go to Waverly Hills, everybody's like, oh, the 4th floor, that's where Timmy, the little kid, is. Only because for the last 10, 15 years, that's what everybody's been told is happening on the 4th floor.
right.
Whatever is perceived by the person and put into their mind is what is going to be this item to them. If somebody said the Dybbuk box is just residual energy and it's haunted, nobody would think of it as this demonic evil thing, but that's just what's been drilled into people's minds for so long.
And I think that like people are synonymously using the word Dybbuk box with like as a specific
Well, no,
thing.
a Dybbuk is a malicious spirit, aka a demon. So Dybbuk is specifically a Jewish box meant to capture a malicious spirit. So that's the part that is not. That's the part that was challenged. Go try to find it. Yes, there's plenty of haunted boxes, but a Dybbuk box means you've caught a. So you put this demon in the box, you seal it up. It has to have like
A wax
Or-
seal,
it
yeah.
has to have several different objects in it, and then you seal it with wine. So it's very specific. So yes, essentially, it's just a haunted box,
Mhm.
like that people have put. So or this.
I've had plenty of those in my
I was
life.
going to say, Matt knows all about those. I was on the
All
same
right, guys, thanks for coming. I'm out.
Oh, I didn't get it. I just left like what?
Oh, you got it.
Oh, I didn't. No. clue.
He's saying you have one, Kenna.
Whoa. Troy,
I have one. What? I have one.
Troy.
They're talking about boxes.
I know. Okay.
Think
I
a
guess-
little further south,
Oh
Kenna.
no, we're at that hour and a half mark and we start talking about bad stuff.
Are we talking about the Justin Timberlake box?
We were doing so good.
No.
No, we're talking about tacos.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
Mike. Hi, Mike.
I have no clue. What, yeah.
Mike's just sitting in the background shaking his head at us like you guys are.
You know when Mike is being quiet, shaking his head, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
So one thing that I would
I'm
like to
listening
say
everybody's theories.
about the Dybbuk box, I do remember when I was talking about the Paranormal Witness episode or whatever, at the end of that episode, there was like a little paragraph that said that the owner had buried it in a place that was
On his
not
property,
known.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And then he sold it.
Like, one
then he
thing-
sold it to Bagans.
is that the same thing, the
Yes.
same
So
one?
that's where it all
Okay.
started. Yes. And so that's the dude that came out later because I think that box was bought for like $12,000. But
course.
that's
It was $1,200.
no, not the one that Zach Baggins
You
bought.
sure? I'm pretty sure it's
We
12.
spent
Oh, I'm not
thousands
sure.
to
I'm
have
not
the
sure.
Annabelle-
So don't quote me,
He
but
spent thousands of dollars to have the Annabelle doll flown first class to his
he
house.
paid $64,000
Travel
for the rocking chair, the Ed and Lorraine Warren rocking chair that's at the museum. He paid over $60,000 for. Jeffrey Dahmer's eyeglasses that are there. He paid over
Colleen,
$20,000.
I would totally.
I was just going to say, we got a really cool comment in the chat that we need
I
to
would be
address.
down for
From
that.
Courtney? Because
Yeah.
she's correct.
No, from Colleen.
We
Okay.
sell fish tacos, nothing.
They have a
else.
historic house that houses many antiques along with items from the Conjuring house. If you want to test this theory, we'd be willing to have you visit and do an investigation with the items.
Yes, Colleen.
Nice.
Colleen,
Sign us
hit
up.
us up.
Yeah.
I'm probably closer than the rest of these losers. I'll be there tomorrow.
I'll be
I'm
there.
the only one in the Midwest.
I'll read the chat. I'll read the
Well,
invite on
does it say
Friday. and-
Midwest? No, if she's from the Conjuring House. It's probably near
No,
me.
no, no. I was saying I'm further away from all of you guys. I'm way away from you guys. I'm in
I'm
Kansas.
not
Kansas
I'm
is
not
dirty,
mad.
dirty.
It sucks. This chat is getting good. We're getting a lot of good theories. I have to duck out. I actually got to go pick up my car. It was getting an inspection today. I'm sorry. So I got to
Nice.
duck out.
Dude, who picks up
It
a
was
car at
haunted.
9:30 at
It
night?
was, it was haunted. He had to get those spirits.
Me, I got to get that haunted. I had to get the Dybbuk box out of it. All right. I will catch you guys all later in the chat. I'll probably read it on like Monday, but I'll see everybody then.
In a week and a half.
It
I'll
was
see
fun
everybody then.
Wednesday.
Have a good night, guys.
Happy hump
You
day.
too.
All right, Steve.
Merry Christmas, Steve.
And also, I do want to say, with my opinion means nothing. So don't. I encourage everyone to do their own research. Just because Kenneth said Dybbuk boxes aren't real, doesn't mean they can't be real to you. They're not real. They're not real, but
They're real, but it's only the energy you're putting behind it.
right. And as with anything,
Mhm.
but
Colleen, I'm
everyone
through
has
you
their
at
own
DM right
opinion.
now.
Huh?
I'm talking to Colleen.
Oh, he's sending her a private message about hooking up to see if they can get that. I'm assuming.
Hey. I'm calling. I'm checking in about Conjuring House. I'm not hooking.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
Not
isn't
everything's nasty.
That's not about Conjuring House. She has antiques from Conjuring House.
Yeah.
Which,
But-
speaking of Conjuring House, I will have Andrea Perrin that lived in the Conjuring House. She'll be at the Haunted Savannah Paracon, her and her father. And they have some really, really interesting stories that they've shared compared to the movie. It's a lot different. And some of the stories that they have shared are so interesting and so gossipy. So if y'all do come to the Haunted Savannah Paracon,
I really hope I can make it.
yeah, no, that's going to be a good panel. I'm
Where's that
excited.
one at?
I'm headlining it. I don't think Ken had told anyone yet, but I just did.
Oh, I wasn't aware. So now that I'm aware,
Where is that
everybody,
one at?
that's the Haunted Savannah Paracon.
Oh, so that's in Georgia?
Yep,
Yep, totally won't be there.
February 2021. Have you
have
ever
to
been
see.
to Savannah? You're missing out, Mike.
Just look for the billboards with my
I
face
can't
on
stand
95. You'll find it.
It's
You
too
said you
humid.
can't stand Georgia?
It's too humid.
Oh, humid.
Can't
But
do
it will not be humid at all in February. You're going to be like mid 60s. There's no humidity in February, my friend. That is not an excuse that will fly for me.
I was in Savannah mid-January this year. It was 85 degrees and 100% humidity.
80 in
My
January?
nuts were dragging on the sidewalk. It was so hot.
In January?
Yep.
You were lying. You were
I'm not
misconstruing.
lying. You can ask Eric and Stephanie.
Oh, who else can I
If
ask?
you want to go that route, you can ask my ex, but we don't talk about that.
I will. We're still friends.
Hey, what? Yeah.
She ain't going to answer you, Mike.
No, because last time she answered me, it was talking shit.
Yep.
That's what
But it
happened.
was very, very humid, Kenna.
Anyways,
Oh, well, I didn't realize that my state got that humid in January.
so where is this house that has the antiques from Conjuring?
It's got to be. I'm assuming Rhode Island because Colleen's Pot of Bewitched is Situate, and they're out of Rhode Island.
So that's probably about what?
See,
10, 11 hours
Roxanne
from
wants
here?
to host us. Roxanne, you can. I'll come
Yeah,
down. I don't
that
want
would be-
these other people there.
Have
I
you
would make
guys
that
seen
drive.
that haunted? What is it? The haunted it's like a traveling haunted
you're talking-
object.
So they're coming to they're coming too. Greg
Yeah.
and Danny, the Traveling Museum of the Paranormal and Occult. So
Yeah.
I'm friends with them. So they are so badass. I really, really enjoy them, and they're going to be there, and they're bringing their paranormal museum with them.
That's nice.
Yeah. So yep,
I like it.
they're going to be there too.
So Roxanne's inviting us down to. It's in Rhode Island. Bewitched is Situate. We can crash there. So we should do our live podcast there. We got to get you bums up here.
In Rhode Island?
Yeah.
How far of a drive is that?
For me, it's about 45 minutes. It's very convenient.
I'd say.
It's Courtney.
I'll
You're not coming. You're not on the team anymore.
I'll
Yeah,
just
that's
fly
11
and make
and a half
Matt pick
hours.
me up.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm thinking.
you guys can fly on up. I'll pick you all up.
That's 11 and a half hours for me, and flights are expensive right now.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
I think
Well, they're not-
Southwest is the cheapest airline.
Sorry,
see,
do y'all
that's-
do
they're-
Google
they're-
flights? Look on
Southwest,
Google.
Southwest does have a cheap flight right now, because I was going to fly into Vermont for the 24th. Their cheapest flight, I think, is like $350 round trip.
All the bags you can carry.
No,
Wait, where
but
do you-
Here's the catch. It's a 9-hour flight.
Oh, interesting. How
With
many stops?
12
Are you talking
12
about August?
overlays. No, September.
Oh my God.
12
12?
overlays.
Where do you fly out of?
This one would have to be Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Last one I found, Southwest, was 350 round trip, 12 overlays, 9-hour flight.
That's a
So
lot.
It's the same as driving.
you said Cleveland, Ohio,
Yes.
and you're going where?
I think. What's the airport up there in Rutland?
Rutland, I
Is
believe.
it Rutland?
Yeah.
She would need.
I
the
won't miss
code.
you, Courtney. You're done.
I don't know what the code is.
Rutland, Vermont. I got you. And what's the dates on this?
The
24th of October.
23rd through the 24th, 25th.
Oh, no, you ain't coming up that long. I can't deal with you that long.
I'm not leaving that night. I'll be drunk. It's my birthday.
Oh, God.
Matt will hold your hair while you throw up.
No, that'll clog the toilet pipes. He'll be out in the woods.
The turlet, is that what you said?
Yeah, I like to say turlet once in a while. I actually normally say toilet because I'm human, but
I like turlet. What?
I don't know if I want to know.
I'm pretty sure I already know.
Thank God Steve Brott left. Man, he was really fucking this place up.
It's not what you think.
Kid totally missed it too.
I missed
It's
what?
not-
She
it's
would have
not what you
laughed.
think.
Mm-hmm.
I
Huh?
didn't
Sure.
fart. I didn't fart.
What did I miss?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I know you
Everything.
did.
Well, you're on your phone looking up my OnlyFans page. You missed everything.
What did I
Mike?
miss? Something? I missed something this time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike
get up
farted.
my OnlyFans. I'll give you
Again?
later.
Yeah, he did.
You're gonna
Anybody
have
hear
to
it?
find this and send it to her again.
That was epic when you farted in your microphone, though.
I had
That
my
was
own.
funny.
I had a fart microphone like right behind my butt.
There we go.
My butt's got its own microphone.
It's got a question.
22,
Conjuring up something, all right.
See, Erin's got the right idea. She knows. She knows. I'm going to make enough money off OnlyFans to at least pay for the gas for the ride to Wilson anyway, so that's a start. Good start.
I got to figure out if my wife wants to go with me on the 24th because I really don't want to drive by myself.
October. We're still talking about October.
October 24th.
That's a 10-hour drive.
That's a long ride, dude. And, yeah, that's a long ride.
Yep.
I went, like I said, I went up Sunday and I just drove up with Jason, spent a couple hours, turned around and came back. It wasn't that bad, but that's 3.5 hours each way. We spent more time on the road 3 times over than we did there, but we have some really special extra stuff adding to that day that has not been done yet. And him and I are going to announce that pretty soon. We're going to add more money to the house, the castle, and we're going to do a lot of good stuff for it. So I'm excited for that, for our collaboration and all the awesome people coming together to make that thing happen. It's gonna be a good time.
Oh, the
I'm excited.
24th, absolutely.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be,
The
it's gonna be
19th,
dope. And anyone that wants to go better buy tickets the minute they go on sale because they're gonna sell out fast.
Oh, they are. When we go
That's
up in
awesome.
September, what is it, Thursday through Sunday?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm leaving here, I think, Wednesday. And then I'll be there probably Thursday morning. I know Reenie's meeting me here. Marcus is meeting me here. And then we're just driving straight there.
I'm gonna do Friday, like probably late afternoon, early evening through Sunday morning or what have you. Or through
I would say
Sunday.
I think the most important nights would probably be Friday and Saturday. Thursday would probably be maybe just day and a little bit of night investigating. That's about it. Nothing too major until everybody gets there.
Mhm.
I know UNI is. I think they're coming in. They got a member in Vermont. I think I don't know if it's a male or female, but they're supposed to hopefully meet there Thursday. And
Thank you,
Yeah, plan it
Roxanne. We
out.
appreciate that. What page are you guys talking about? You talking about my OnlyFans? I haven't posted it yet.
So, Matt,
Okay.
do you think that you're going to do more than one of these events that you're planning for October?
I think what's going to happen is I'm going to do events there a few times a year because I feel like this is going to be a huge deal.
Yeah. So
So
that way people that miss out on the October one, they have another opportunity maybe.
my thought, how many people are in the room right now?
21.
So the 21 people in here, don't say a word. What's going to happen is when this thing sells out fast, I'm going to add a VIP option for Friday night and roll up there early and do a Friday night VIP session too, because I think it's going to sell out so fast and people are going to be bummed out they missed out. I'm going to probably wind up offering a Friday night, and it's already been approved by the owner. She's down for it. So there's a good chance that Friday night might happen as well. But we're going for Saturday.
Bless you.
God bless you, Kenna.
just a heads up.
I love
Just-
sneezing.
Just a heads up, Matt. I'll actually be in Friday.
That's good. Well, I figured
Just
some people
because
that are
it's a-
coming from out of town probably would be.
It's a
Yeah,
10-hour
just a heads
drive,
up.
so I'm going to be there early.
That I
Don't be
think
naked when people show up.
I think Rutland Airport is what's making it so expensive. I think that's going to be a smaller airport. When I looked up flying into Boston, it's $100. When I look up flying into Rutland from Atlanta, which is a huge hub, it's still almost $400.
I'll
So
pick
I
you up,
think
Logan. I got you.
That's
So
where
how
I
How
think
much is it to fly into Boston?
it's 100. When I looked it up for you, wait, let me look up. I didn't look up for you. I'll look up for you right now.
Logan's
Because
huge. It's dirt cheap.
Let's say I'll
Yeah,
fly
I
into
put-
Boston.
so for
and
you to
drive with
fly
Matt with all my shit.
road trip. for you to fly from Cleveland, Ohio, you said,
Yep.
to Boston on that. If you
23rd.
would you fly in on Friday or Thursday? It's
Friday.
$120 either way. It's 120 instead of the 400 or whatever you're saying.
So it's 120 each or total?
It's 120 for your total round trip.
Really?
Yeah, if you fly into Boston on Friday, I put for Friday, October 23rd, but if you flew in, like, it's still $100. So
Whoops.
yeah, so look at that as an option. That'll save you a couple grand, save you about $300 because there's a bunch of options.
About $300.
Where are you looking these flights
I
up
didn't
at?
think
Through
it was
Google?
100. Not bad.
Are you just looking up these flights through Google?
No, Google Flights. Use Google Flights. Google Flights is
But
really
Google
good for showing-
Flights does not include JetBlue or Southwest.
I was getting to that. Thank you.
I don't need to fly fancy. I don't need to
I only fly Southwest because it's 2 bags checked free.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Because I'll have to keep that in mind for like the Savannah Paracon if I can get away and
No, you're gonna get away. We're doing our live podcast from there.
Don't pay. So something that I just realized is now they're taking all the middle seats out. Don't pay extra for a seat selection if you're trying to get a window or an aisle seat because everyone gets a window or aisle seat now. There's no middle seats. So I paid extra for that. Then I realized that either way I was getting one. Just letting y'all know. But Google Flights, yeah, when you go to Google Flights, it'll show you every list of everything going on. It'll show you like the calendar of the cheaper dates. It'll show you Hotwire, Priceline, Expedia. It'll show you all their prices along with the airline prices. It just does not show you Southwest or I didn't know that JetBlue didn't. It does show JetBlue.
I don't think so. Does it?
It
Doesn't
does not show
Southwest.
Southwest. Yeah, it doesn't show Southwest, so you compare those two. But it's a really good indicator. I use it all the time for traveling. So it's
There's an app actually called Hopper or
Hopper, I would say.
Hopper for you people. That will monitor all the flights for you. That thing's pretty dope. That works well.
Awesome.
So that's 120 round trip.
Right.
round trip. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's yeah.
So 240 for my wife and I. Huh.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So
Holy fuck.
and that,
Send me a link. Message
Sure.
me that shit.
yeah, I'll send it to you.
Thanks for watching, Heather.
See, too legit. Oh.
Too legit on Wu-Tang Wednesday.
My phone is not broke. It's my phone thing. I just won't take it off. So my phone isn't like all ratchet that I'm showing you all this. It's
Oh,
my
it's ratchet.
it's my
ni-
screen
it's nice
protector.
meeting you too, Jennifer.
You must not spend much time with him, Jennifer. It probably wasn't that nice.
Shut the fuck
So
up.
do you have like vendor tables and all that for Savannah Paracon?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. So people can buy. There's somebody that's driving down from Salem, Massachusetts. There's someone that's driving in from Bryan, Ohio. My friend Jack, that she's doing psychic medium readings and stuff like that, and she might be holding a class. There's vendors coming from. There's a crystal vendor driving in from Michigan. So there's people coming from all over the place.
Oh,
Nice.
geez.
So, yeah.
Amanda's here. We got to cut this out.
Oh god, yeah, she's a little late because I got like 3 minutes anyways. I'm ready for bed. I gotta be up at 4.
Oh,
Ugh.
gosh.
Jennifer, he's a good dude. Mike's a good dude.
I'm all right.
Send me a private message. I'll tell you how I really feel, though.
Shut up.
Tell
He probably will.
Oh, Amanda had a residential to do tonight. It's all good. It's all good.
Hi, Jenna.
me.
Yeah,
So
we've
I'm
been on,
quite
we've been
excited.
on way too long, huh?
Almost 2 hours, but we had some really epic conversation. I
I
think.
figured today would go a little bit longer. It's been a while. We each had some stuff going on that figured.
We're a
it'd
pretty
be a little
awesome
bit
group
longer.
of people, so
It felt way longer than 2 weeks.
it
I
did.
Mhm.
It really
enjoyed
did.
it.
I've
Oh.
been.
Well, we got it. So Steve Brott left. It doesn't matter. His opinion's moved anyways. The people that are left in the room, what we want to do is we want to start trying to bring some big name guests in this podcast, and we want you guys to let us know who you want to see on the show. We have total veto power, so you suggest someone that's a dickhead, they're not coming on. But we want you to have some input. If there's people you want to see, there's a good chance one of the 5 of us knows that person. So hit us up with some ideas because we want to bring some people on the show for you. That's not just us.
And I
Yeah,
also
'cause we
think
suck.
that if anybody has any experiments that they want to try, since you and Mike go live a lot, I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I love watching you guys experiment and do things. I think it's cool.
Speaking
That
of,
sounds dirty.
Speaking of experiments and doing things, we are actually getting ready to plan Get Richer Scry Trying 2.
Yep.
That's going to be fun.
As of right now, I know I'm going to be involved. Matt's going to be involved. I do believe I've been talking with Jason, the creator of the mirrors. He's going to be involved, so it's probably going to get a little intense. I've also been talking to a few people who are actually going to be setting up full research devices that are actually going to be running EVPs, recorders, while we're doing this. I've also found a location that I am going to be doing my session from, and I'm excited.
And
Well,
I
now
think
they set my game up.
I think it would be really cool if you guys could get somebody like on the West Coast, like, because you have the West Coast, then you would have the East Coast for Matt, and then kind of in the middle for Mike, and
Well,
see if you can get.
I want to see how it's going to react. I know Jason, myself, and Matt all have Jason's mirrors. I want to see how it's going to react. I got to reach out to him, but I don't know if anybody knows Rick Perry. He said he was interested and wants to be involved in it. He's real big. He's a good guy. He's a great investigator. I know he wants to be involved, but I don't think his mirror was made by Jason. So I kind of want to see if what he sees is going to be a little bit different than what we do, or if we can, maybe interact with his through Jason's mirrors.
I've watched people use different mirrors to interact with each other, and I think it's all about setting your intention and your awareness, honestly. I mean, I can see how you could link your mirrors definitely with the awareness of it, but I think using another mirror would also, if y'all are doing it all together, I think that y'all's energy kind of
See, when I sit down in a mirror, I set no intention. I let it come to me. I let anything that I can.
Yeah, but even if you're just setting intentions for communication or to open yourself up,
that type of intention. But no, I don't sit down and say, "Oh, show me my future, show me the past, show me what's like." I'm like, hey, if anything wants to come forward and show me something, just do it. But yeah, that's pretty much my only intention when I do it.
It would be interesting for you, Mike, to set up experiments for yourself where you do have a specific intention, just so you specifically say, I do want to see my true self, or I do want to see what's in the future, or I do want to see Emily. It would be interesting for you to do these experiments.
Oh, I've seen Emily through a mirror. Well,
right. No. I mean, I'm just giving examples. It would be cool for you to set specific intentions and see, because sometimes that's all you need for even better communication. So it would be cool.
I do have a question. So
you have to raise your hand first. Yes, Tori.
When a while ago, I was looking at like haunted dolls online. It was for somebody else, but
just don't look at them.
They were talking about like having like I came across like the stuff with like doll scrying. Like what is the point of that? Like is that possible? I guess to put a doll in front of a mirror. I don't know. It was just something I just happened across.
Ridiculous.
Because it's not like they could communicate, but is it so that whatever is in the doll can go somewhere else or something?
I mean, it would depend on what their intentions were. Are they intending for the spirit to?
I think they were intending to sell a doll. I mean, that sounds kind of far-fetched because, I mean, unless you are manipulating the energy in the doll to project itself through this mirror portal or whatever you're trying to create, it sounds like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar, so I would have had to see what the intentions were. I understand staring into a fire because it helps put you in a trance. I don't understand putting the doll in front of
flame scrying, water scrying. Yeah, I get those things.
Yeah, I can understand that. As far as the doll, I don't understand. Mike, do you get a?
It was just something I came across. I didn't even know if it was a thing, like if that was really a thing.
I love you, Tim. Thank you. I look forward to meeting you, buddy.
So anyway, I got a baby that's wanting my attention, so I'm going to get off here.
Mike can hear you.
Yeah, I've got to get ready for my.
Yeah. So it was good talking to everybody. I had fun.
Yeah.
Are we doing this next week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay.
It could change. We never
2
know.
weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, you never know. We might get to Monday and be like, let's just do it.
I know. I was kind of having withdrawals. I have a lot of fun with these. They're fun.
They are fun. And guys, like I said, post on our page, share our page. Let us know who you want to see as a guest on the show. We will make it happen. the collective group of us are kind of a big deal. We have pull. We can make it all happen. By we, I mean me. I'm pretty famous. Big deal. But no, in all honesty, we want to bring some guests on. So if there's people within the field
Amanda
who want to
said
talk to
you
you,
want
let us know.
We got
Go
some
ahead,
people.
Kenna.
We got
Talking
some
over
people.
me and shit.
What was said?
You just call me Jenna.
Did I what now?
Call me Jenna.
I did not. I said Kenna. Why would I call you Jenna?
I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I
it
don't know
sounded
either. That's just weird. I don't even know anyone named Jenna that I would call you Jenna. So and it clearly says Kenna right there with a K.
I don't. I just know what I heard.
Well, your reception was all jacked up too. All right, so Tim, you want Mike
I know.
Ricksecker? I know Mike Ricksecker, so keep the suggestions coming. I mean, I was gonna get some big names on here, so let's see what we can do.
But drop those on the page, not in this message. I got a family to attend to.
I have nothing to do. I'll be in my DMs all night fielding questions.
All right, everybody, have a good night. Thanks for the conversation. It was
Get
fun.
on the
Everybody
hockey
hit up
horse
Mike.
with
I mean,
Cincinnati
Matt.
fans. I love you.
All
Yeah,
right,
what
good
they all
night.
said. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
I don't.
Mike sucks. I'll stay. Mike can leave.
Unfortunately,
I'm not
I
leaving first.
have to end the broadcast.
Good. I'm not going anywhere.
Goodbye.